want to see in your mouth is that water bottle. Now, what did I tell you? Always be hydrated.
With you. With you.
Hello guys, welcome. How are you? I'm a little bit lucky because I had the brilliant idea to fix the camera of my iPad right before the start of the stream. So it's trying to understand if they should track me in a vertical or horizontal, but apart from that, I should recover soon. I'm almost recovered, so okay. Oops, but maybe wrong decision the wrongest time possible. Hi, by the way, hello new, hello Felix, hello Zaz, hello Meet. It's not that early actually. It's you should wake up at this time, you know. Hello Racco, hello. Yeah, it's Dearly Beloved. It's a remix you can find by Leg Day. It's the name. I'm not. It's called the Leg Day. It's a remix made by Leg Day, and it's free to use if you're interested too. It's free to use. I decided to use it as my starting music. You just needed to credit it, of course. Hello, so hello. I hope you're fine. Hello and good morning. Hello, Ricky. Hello. How are you? It took me a moment to realize who you are. Sorry. Hello, chaotic. Hello. All good. I hope you're fine. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hello, Balda. Hello. Did I change the category of the stream? I'm not sure because I can't see it right now, but just for being sure. I'm not really sure. I think I didn't change the Twitch settings. Wait a second. I've started the stream without changing anything. I'm pretty sure about it. Let me check because I don't remember. I don't remember. Now what happened? Zazo? What happened? Yeah, I listen. Hello, Gabbiano. Hello. I go beep from here now. Don't worry, beep. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, I didn't change completely everything because I have the old title, my bad. Wait a second, I'll fix everything. Let's work on an icon commission today. Let's call it like that. My bad, I forgot to change the information on Twitch. I did that on YouTube. Hi YouTube people. I forgot to do that on Twitch. Wait a second. Our time. It's late to change this one, I guess, but whatever. Let's work on an icon commission. Okay, my bad. Sorry. My bad really for this, but okay, everything is sorted now. I'm so scuffy for the majority of time, but okay. Whatever, I guess. Whatever. I stink, of course. You stink more than me, though, so it's fine. It's yeah. Sorry for that. My bad. I changed it on YouTube, but not here. I'm giving more importance to YouTube people, guys. I'm sorry. This is the sad reality. This is the sad reality of it. Thanks for the follow, Nardo. Hello, welcome. Of course. Why not breaking my chest of fluff like this? Wait a second. Can you come back? Okay, thank you. Almost dodged, but no, unfortunately not. Okay. Of course. Let's see if it's stuck now. No? Okay, perfect. No, I care. Instead, I care, but you are more bully than ever. So I prefer my YouTube audience lately. I love you, YouTube audience, more than you Twitch one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They are making fun of me. That's what's happening. A really small duck, but okay. I'm okay. Whatever. By the way, how was your weekend, guys? Mine was kinda fine. I don't remember. It was kinda chaotic Saturday. Not yesterday. I nerded all the day yesterday. I played the Cult of the Lamb, Path of Titans with Fiona and Kinney. I played War Chat. I did a lot of stuff yesterday. Whatever I didn't manage to do during the week, I did that yesterday. And on Saturday, we were sorry, I forgot about it. It was not that important. I didn't even share a thing about it, but okay. I was at a food festival in Onse. And it was okay. Not, I won't say fine because it was okay. There's a place we call Mercato here. It's like a big building where there are a lot of restaurants inside, but not a restaurant. It's like a stand. Okay, panels and stuff like that, full of different kind of food from worldwide. And what they did yesterday was worse than this place in my opinion, because everything was so fucking pricey. Because consider, guys, that even the gelato, I'm not sure it was the Italian gelato for real, but consider that even a gelato, a cono, okay, the normal cone, costed something like €7, the small one. I don't think I would love to spend that money on that kind of gelato. Yeah, everything is related to food, or if you want to go out and grab something to eat, you know, it's fucking pricey here in Denmark. And you know, maybe it's because I'm Italian, but since I know what I risk to not miss, I prefer to avoid buying food outside. I can cook it by myself, you know, especially because it's so pricey. Especially because of that. So yeah, it was okay. Nothing so important, because there were a lot of hamburger, Asian food that I can cook by myself lately. So nothing really interesting actually. I'm a monster, as you can see, by the way. So yeah, a really tiny dog. My weekend was nice. Got a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you had fun. It seems so. I hope you had fun. That your character develops a lot. We should start again our Dungeons and Dragons campaign with Cassandra. Do you remember? The problem is we have to wait until the summer is over, basically, for everyone, and it will require a little bit longer than expected, because I think we're going to start our campaign here on Twitch starting from end September, not before, I guess. So yeah, be patient, guys, for that. Be really patient for that. Oh yeah, you told me that. You told me that. Hello, Razor. By the way, it's a pleasure to see you here. I'm not sure if yeah, I agree that it was you that's saying beep beep. Hello. Hello, Ale again. Fleira, did you like my escape paper doll? Yeah, I checked it right now, right to be while I was at the starting scene, and it's kind of nice. Unfortunately, I didn't play Expedition 13, so I can't recognize the character, but it seems nice. It's a sort of pet for what I imagined, so for me it's the best game I've played so far, and I'm still not over it. If you haven't played it, when you have the time, please, yeah, I would love. It's my wish list right now. I want to wait to play it because I had the possibility to play it on Xbox Game Pass, but you know, I prefer to possess the game, because lately Game Pass I'm not really interested to. So I prefer, instead of giving a subscription to play it, I prefer to buy the game by itself. So yeah, it's on my wish list, by the way. I'm really interested actually in that game, more in the story than the gameplay probably, but it seems interesting because it's a sort of music based, so it seems interesting. Everything. See, so yeah, your memories are lost probably, but it's not my fault this time, because I'm available since starting of July actually. So yeah, I have jiggly eyes thanks to Twitch redeemers. I have a jiggly eyes. Yeah. They are covered, as you can see, because there are my eyes behind it, but it's fine. I thought you stream Wolf Wellness, just started playing. Any advice for the beginner? Yeah. Don't overhunt, save your energy, because especially try to avoid the stampede, because it can happen. Don't just run in the middle of the herd, because if they step on you, you will risk to get hurt, and that's how I wounded my leg. If your legs are wounded, you start to run with 3 of them instead of 4. It can be hard to hunt at that point, so avoid getting injuries on your leg if it's possible, because it will be harder to hunt at that point. And when you will have puppies, consider to give them rabbits to eat, and not the big praise. Big praise just for you, and try to not vomit to feed them. It sounds weird, but try to avoid doing that, because your mate will do that for you. And consider to give them rabbits instead of everything else, because it's important that you are satisfied with your hunger too, okay? Give them rabbits and that's it. It's completely fine at the beginning. Be careful, especially when there will be other animals trying to attack your cubs, always take care of the cubs at the cubs, because they will try to snitch at them while you are focusing on another coyote, for example. They act like that. They are pretty. The AI is kind of clever, because while you're chasing one of them, the other will approach the cubs. So always be near the cubs. Try to avoid them to run away in panic. If you manage to, always keep an eye on them and chase the one that's nearest to them. Yeah, that's the biggest suggestion I can give you. So yeah, it's it can be a frustrating game, I warn you, especially when you lose a lot of your cubs. It will happen probably. At least one of them will die, also because of illness, not only because of the others. It's kind of frustrating, but keep playing it, because it's worth it. I'm really happy that I managed to convince you to play this game because of me. I'm sorry for your wallet, but apart from that, I'm happy you like my game, so okay. Yeah, because I'm playing with some other streamer campaign here. It's in Italian, unfortunately, and yeah, we are more than I think we are almost at the end of it. Not completely, we are more in the middle of the story, but almost to the end. And so yeah, I can't wait to see how it will go. It will go. I'm pretty curious about it. Yes, available. Then I ask to play League of Legends, say no. Because I don't want to play every time the same game, you know? I'm really used to play that game. Who followed me? Wait, I have to greet. Thanks, Balda, for the follow. Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much. It's fine. Thanks to you instead for asking. Hello, Cornetto. Hello. It's a pleasure to see you here. Thank you. Okay, I speak in English, as you can see, for the majority of time with a really Italian accent. I don't mind, but I hope you understand everything I'm saying. And actually, yesterday happened a thing, because I jumped in war chat randomly, because there was a baby girl there, and I say, okay, I'll just pass by to say hi and I will go after a while. And it was like that. But Omi, one of you, invited me to join in one of their chat room with his friends, basically. And it was the first time for me, guys, to go and meet up other furries that were not Italian. Because let's say one thing from me, because I speak fluently, as you can see, English. Sometimes I make mistakes, sometimes I can't make sentences, it happens. If you keep speaking in English, it's better for me, because I won't mess around between two languages at that point. Because if I keep let's say that if I keep thinking in English and I see you speaking in English, it's easier for me to be involved in the English way of thinking. If I see you instead speaking in Italian, it's like making a mess in my head, because I need to think two languages, the grammar structure of an Italian sentence and the English structure of an English one, okay? So it's like they are mixing up, and that's how I make mistakes for the majority of time. If I keep speaking in English, it's better. That's why I say that. If you are comfortable in speaking English, it's better for me, because I won't mess up my mind, basically, when I have to change languages from one point to another. But yeah, for the first time yesterday, I had the courage, it's better to say, I had the courage to join in a room full of English speaker people, because even if I am fluent, I was saying, I am a little bit afraid to interact with other English speaker streamer, not because I can't understand them, but there is the possibility that I can't understand them, you know, because of the accent, because of the pronunciation, because of whatever. And I was always really scared about it. Really scared. That's the reason why I'm not making collabs probably right now. And I'm not so confident in speaking with others in English, because I'm so scared about the possibility that I can't understand them at some point. That maybe it will be tiring for me to speak all the time in English and understand the English. That was like, no, I don't want to. I'm too afraid. I'm scared to do that. Instead, yesterday, I don't know why, I had the courage to do that. and I managed to speak fluently with them all the time. They were so nice. I said sorry in advance immediately for my accent and for my way of speaking, because it's not like theirs, of course. It was fine. They were so nice. And sometimes they were even nicer than Italian people. I said, okay, I have to try this more. I have to try it. Now maybe I will find the courage to do more of this kind of stuff. Maybe that was also the reason why I wasn't preparing anything as a meeting in the war chat world, etc. Because I was a little bit scared about it. But now I'm more confident, so yeah, thanks for unblocking me, Omi. It's thanks to Omi. If you're here lurking, if you pass by later, I will say it again. Thanks for yesterday, because this was so useful for me. So, Warfare Quest campaign is so cool. I've always looked out for other Italian players to play it, even though I'm still learning the basic at the moment. And me too. I'm at the end of, I think, of the main quest line, but it's kind of hard. As a newbie, I had my first pack of 6 cabs immediately. I had 6 cabs immediately. All of them died except for 2, and I was so sad about it. I was so sad. I was, no, please. And I risked last stream. I risked to lose also another one. So the only survivor was 1. And I was like, no, I'm so noob. No, I can't touch. I keep a log it again in the save file, because I know I refuse to lose another one. I refuse to lose another puppy. So yeah, it's a really frustrating sometimes, because the game is really punitive. But apart from that, it's fun, I should say. It's fine. I'll follow your advice, thank you. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I hope you find them useful. It's kind of frustrating sometimes. Take that in mind. But apart from that, okay, yeah, feel free to send them. Don't worry. Thanks for passing by, Ricky. Really appreciate it. Thanks for passing by. Have a wonderful day and start of the week, I should say. Have a wonderful day. Okay, since it's kind of quiet now, I think I can take advantage of this to change the scene. Okay, so we can work on this fella today. It will be another icon. I got, impressively, I got 2 requests for commission of icons, not in the same day, but almost. And it's impressive. They asked me to do an icon, both of them. But apart from that, that's the best exercise to train for 8 languages. Eito had an American friend, played MOBA with him and his friend for 2 months. I got such better yeah, because you know what? The only thing I'm doing now to improve my English is to listen to other streamers speaking or watching videos in English, you know, from English speaker, streamer, content creator, and that's it. But it's different if you can't speak with them, because you can make practice with your own way to make sentences and stuff like that. I'm doing that with you, but probably my pronunciation will be better if I join them more often without being afraid of it. So yeah, I'll try to do them more often now, and it won't be that easy every time probably, but yesterday I had no problem, so I hope it will be like that every time. I really hope it will be like that every time. Okay. So, in the meantime, let's work on this fella. It's this cat. This is the reference, basically. This is the reference. It's a cat based on a bomb, because this is a feature. As you can see, it's like a ticking bomb cat, basically. I love the idea of it, and it's so colorful. So, yeah, it would be a pleasure to work on it. But actually, this one shouldn't be with this color. This is a temporary background, because this is the same one I used for another icon, but I used this as a reference to show the customer how it will be. It will be something like this, but more starry, probably a more starry background. Yeah, because I want to make it in contrast with the color palette of the character, you see, because it's full of hot, warm colors, whereas the background is not. So I wanted to make a contrast out of it. So yeah, Killer Queen has already touched the artwork. Killer Queen, what do you mean with that? What do you mean with that? This is, by the way, the sketch. As you can see, I'll do this now. So I can make it, it's not visible because, of course. Okay, so I can work on it because we're going to Ah, sorry, I didn't watch it, so sometimes I can't recognize them, I suppose, even if they are pretty popular, but sometimes I can't recognize them, probably. I don't know if I should keep this background. You know, I think a flatty one would be better for in these kind of cases, because I have to see what I'm doing. So, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Wait a second, because I need to move the keyboard a little bit. Makes things and okay, maybe it's a reference for real. I'm not sure, I can't tell you, but we can ask the customer. He should manage to pass by at some point during the live stream. So when we will come, we can ask him. We can ask him if it's a JoJo reference or not, I guess. Okay, wait a second. I have to make my trackers a little bit higher, because otherwise it will be covered by the... Oh, my bad. It will be covered by the...
only thing I want to see in your
tablet
mouth is that
I'm
water
using.
bottle. Now
I'll
what did I
drink, I'll
tell
drink.
you?
Wait a
Always be hydrated.
Wait a second, just a second. Not like this, maybe. Okay, okay, should be fine. Oh yeah, I have to remember to put the cable, the charging cable. While I'm so short, what happened? Let's see. I have the charging cable. No, it's not plugging lately. This one, I don't know why. Let me check. Sorry, a second. Okay, now it's charging. Perfect. Sorry for my dog jump scare. Okay, I'm starting to lag a little bit. I don't know why. Okay, something stuff happened. No, okay, not anymore. Okay, wait a second. I'm so small right now. Okay. It doesn't look like Killer Quiz or Matteone. No, I think it's not a reference on the design, but maybe there is a little reference considering the name of this character and the name of it. So a queen that's throwing bomb, but the design is not the same, but maybe there is a little reference in it. Maybe, not sure, but maybe. Okay, the brush is fine. Okay, let's work on it immediately. Let's do this. Let's see how much time it will be required to do an ink, to do a line art that it usually require not so much, but I'm streaming, so I lose myself yapping, and I'll give you the fault. Just be careful about it. Just be aware, then careful about it. When the customer come by and say, you're still here, no, it's my community fault, it's not me. I lose myself yapping, so it's because of that. It will be your fault, I'm sorry. You're my capro espiatorio, basically. Okay, wait a second. I'm joking, maybe. I'm joking, of course, baby. But yeah. I'm gonna have some more coffee. Oh, it's don't worry, yeah. Oh, be careful if you have to sleep and to rest. Please don't feel afraid to go. I won't be offended. It's enough that you're here despite your time. So I'm working. Oh yeah, you see, we are distracting each other, so it's our fault. But both of them, not only mine. That's it. That's it, basically. When I stream, guys, it's amazing to stream art, but for the majority of time I work slower, but it's normal. I'm not saying that it's your fault for real. It's normal, because the purpose of the streaming is to pass the time together, yap about everything you want together, and I can't focus properly if I start to yap a lot. Especially, it depends by the argument, it depends by the topic, but it's normal that I can't focus properly, because, you know, I want to focus on what I'm saying in another language more than ever. I want to focus on that, but also in the drawing, and it doesn't seem like that, but also being careful of what you're doing, even if you are just thinking a sketch. You must be careful of what you're doing, speaking about the details, at least it's like that for me. It doesn't seem that difficult, but it is sometimes. It depends how you work on it, probably. Yeah, it depends really by that. I don't need to sleep. I already messed up my sleep schedule at the point where I'm on European time while I live in Canada. Okay, Canada, if I should say it properly. But yeah, okay, whatever. But be careful, because not sleeping properly can be dangerous sometimes. So take care, okay? Just in case, so at least it's not my fault. At least. That's fine, by the way. Yeah, the problem is that finding the right time to stream, even for people from America, speaking about the continent, not the United States only, the problem is that finding the perfect time for both us and the American ones, it's a mess, because we should stream or in really early morning, but really early. I'm not, because here it's 10 a.m. If I must give you a more suitable time, I should stream at around 6 a.m. or something like that. Instead, if I want to stream during the night, for me, I should start at around 10 p.m. For me, it's too late, because I can't focus properly. I can't stream properly comfortably during the night, because I'm too tired. I'm more a morning person, so trying to stream during the night, it's messy for me for the majority of time. If I can, I prefer to stream during the day, in the morning. Early morning is perfect for me, like even today, for example. But yeah, if it's not like that, I will be really tired. It's really hard for me to focus, because I have to speak a lot, and doing that when I'm tired, it can be problematic. So that's the thing, probably. That's the thing. And yeah, finding the perfect timing for all of us, it's a mess sometimes. It's a mess. Hello, Luigi. Hello. Aster Mint Green jump scare in the top right. Ah, yeah, because I made his icon. Yeah. I made his icon. I used that for a while. So yeah. Hello, Luigi, by the way. I hope you're fine. Yeah, the compromise I found right now, by the way, is not, the puppy is not aligned properly. The compromise I found right now is basically streaming in the morning and in the afternoon. That's early morning for you. It's not that convenient, but I'm sorry. It's hard for us, me. I'm so sorry. You can catch me watching short content at least. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Zwing. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. Okay, I think it's fine like this. I'm not sure. You know what? I think I'm going to make the pupilo with the shading at this point, without coloring it. So I won't mess around with it right now. So yeah. All good. Yeah, he still uses it on Steam. Ah, okay, perfect. Happy to know that. So, hello, Fantasy. Hello. How are you? I hope you're fine. We are working on a commission all together, while you're working too, for what I see. Also, it's 5 a.m. here, so I'm about to go to bed. Don't worry, it's fine. I can completely understand that. As I said, I can completely understand that. It's really, as I was saying, it's really difficult to meet all the time zone, as you can see, because for some of you it can be fine, for some of you not. I'm so sorry. I stream mainly in morning, Central European time zone, and in the afternoon. Consider that. So it can be really late for you or really early. Not really early, it can be morning, just that. It's not suitable with the ones who have to work in the morning, of course, but I can't do more for now. When I will stream during the night, it will be a special occasion, guys, because as I say, I can't stream properly during the night for the majority of time. Maybe only on TikTok, because I will do war chat and that's it. But yeah, if I have to focus on more stuff, that can be tricky for me. Can be really, really tricky for me. I made it to pumped. Okay, yeah, let's do this better. Thanks, Fiona, for oh my, a lot of mounts. 33 pounds. Thanks for
pussy.
that. What? Pussy. Ah, okay. I had to read it because the pronunciation was like, huh? What did that say? Thanks for that, Feo. Thanks. Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. I'm checking how this one should be. Something like this. Okay. Halloween. Oh, actually, it's not much for Halloween. We are near the period of Halloween. I'm happy, but I'm really curious to see how is Halloween in Denmark, because I'm pretty sure they enjoy it. Not like Italians. That's more random, because, you know, it's not our holiday, so that makes sense. I'm really curious to see how they approach to Halloween here. Maybe I won't be that happy to see a lot of kids in the front of my door, but apart from that, I will keep the sweets for me, you know. I think I will be the one that tricks them, instead of being the one to be tricked properly. Yeah. Na 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 na. These are time for Halloween. You can't hear the music from YouTube, guys, but yeah, right now there, as you can see from up there, there is the this is Halloween lofi music, so that's why I was speaking about Halloween. I'm sorry for the music there, but if I decided to put it available there, there will be the copyright strike for sure. Unfortunately, there isn't a way on YouTube to show the music only during the stream and not in the VOD. So I'm sorry for that. I'm so sorry you have to come to Twitch if you want to hear the music. I'm sorry. Because this is the copyrighted one, my bad. I'm trying to make this line better. I'm having a hard time doing that because it's not precise, this. Oh, maybe I found it. Oh, let's see. Hello, Panda. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're fine. Okay, let's do now the iris here. Not like this. Wait. Okay. Let's see if it's fine like that. Okay. I'll fix it later probably, but for now it's fine. Hello, Himbo. Mortals. How dare you to call us mortals? How are you? I hope you're fine. Let's try to make the nose line all in one row. It would be fine if it's not messy here, but okay, wait a sec. I'll try to fix it step by step. In one attempt. That's what I wanted to make. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this one could be fine, but it's not completely so. No, something like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is too high. I must be precise, you know, so wait a second. Okay. Focus moment. You know what? I actually have a sticker for that. I should use it. Wait a I think I have it at least. Let me check. No, I don't have it, really. I forgot to add them. I should have a sticker with focus mode, but I forgot to upload it, I guess. Hello, Mid. How are you? Hope you're fine. I don't like the shape of this one compared to the other, so... Na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Now, wait a sec. I need... Haha! I tried to make it in the first attempt, but I failed. It seems I failed. One single line for the nose. Haha. How dare I? Should be fine now. Yeah, okay, let's discover that later. 110 day, what do you mean with that, Imbo? What do you mean? I lost weight. Ooh, happy for you. It seems something good, so I'm happy for you. Happy for you. You had to, though? You had to lose weight? You feel chunky? You felt chunky before? Na 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 na. Wait a second. I want to make this line. Na 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 na. Okay. Should be fine. Actually, I should use this trick more to make the shape I want, and I always forget about this tool. Always. Okay, better. Okay, here we are. Na 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 na. Okay. Okay. How long have you been in the fandom? Sorry, I just saw the message. Consider I am in the fandom since 2010, so really long time, more than 15 years right now. And yeah, but I've started to work for the fandom, so speaking about commissions and art stuff, despite me drawing from 2010, I've started to make a commission out of it since 2016, probably, when I was a little bit older, I guess. Because consider that when I joined the fandom, I was like 14 years old. It was really little, really tiny, a really tiny Fleira, we can say. So, yeah, I'm in the fandom for a really long time. The problem is that I was mature enough for that after 2016, probably. I was a kid when I started to join the fandom, yes. I was already on the internet when I was really young. I joined in I don't know if it was a thing outside from Italy, but I spent a lot of my time on furry community, on forum community and forum free, for example. But I think it's an Italian website. It's a sort of Reddit, a really old version of Reddit, in some way, but it's not the same website, of course. Do some of you use that kind of platforms too? They were the old social media before Facebook was a thing, probably. Okay. Now let's make it tiny, because I don't want it to be that thick here. My man, na 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 na. This song is literally when Disney tried to make something in K-pop style but failed. But this is still nice, it just didn't went viral like K-pop Demon Hunters, basically. Okay, I'll make this a little bit something like this. Okay, are you okay? We're fine with that. We are fine with that. Ah, yeah, guys, I want to show, speaking about the K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm preparing a thing actually that I showed on Telegram only for now, but I think I will complete it later this afternoon offline and not while I'm streaming. I have to show you a thing. It will be an amazing your character here, I guess. I'm preparing the neutral version of it, but I will put probably my character on it. Because yeah, I need to fix a little bit now that I see the shape of the nose, but apart from that, it's basically really. Let's say it was really difficult to put this expression on a furry face, because we have the muzzle, you know. So we can't completely make it in the same way, especially about the nostrils. So this was the expedient I found for that, because it was really hard to make that for that kind of noses. But yeah, it will be a thing. And I wanted to make a premium version with one basically with only this face and another one with also this one, basically. It will be harder to make this thing on a furry, but maybe I can find a solution. We're going to see that. Yeah, we're going to see that. We're going to see. Okay, let me read what you're writing. Don't worry, Lee. Buonanotte. Thanks for passing by instead. Thanks a lot for that. I mean that I hate to go into... okay. So, it was like a score. Okay, sorry, I didn't get it. I already have a warm bed and 2 blankets. Yo, I'm sorry. So I remember that, and even now that I'm working from home, it's hard sometimes to get up. Even if what I'm doing, I love it. But yeah, still, blankets are so comfy sometimes. Now it's even better because it's not that cold yet here where we live, at least. In other parts, like in Australia, it's winter right now, for example. But yeah, yeah. Hello, Lynx. Hello, it's a pleasure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's another icon. And you know, the hilarious thing, actually, Oli, can I call you like that? I recognize you. The hilarious thing is that you requested, both of you, you and this customer, both requested an icon in the same week. And that was, oh, okay. It never happened to me that you were requesting the same exact thing, the same type of commission, in the same period. But okay, whatever. It was hilarious. So yeah, this is the other customer I have to complete before the end of the month. So by the way, it's another cat, and it's yeah, you also have the same family of species, and that's amazing because they are you are both cats. You are the big one, is the domestic cat. So that was wonderful. When I saw your messages, I was okay. Well, what a coincidence. So hello, Oli, how are you? By the way, yours is here. It's ready to be worked on, but for now it's waiting. So yeah, actually, because I think I worked on this not so long time ago. This one is finished, but the customer, I'm not publishing it because the customer is still deciding the name that should come here. And he didn't let me know anything, but the design is ready. I just need to complete the reference, putting the name here. I don't want to put a placeholder, you know, so I'll just wait for its confirmation about the name and I'll publish it only after that. But even this commission is ready. I'm waiting to publish it just for that. But we had this. By the way, it's a particular reference, guys, because it was thought to be suitable for a fursuit. It will be hard to suit, I guess, to create for the. I'm sorry for you, fursuit maker, but this is he wanted so bad the Merle Australian Shepherd. So I'm so sorry for that, but yeah, that's the reason why it's kind of chunky in some of his parts. So yeah. I've seen it, it will be a marvelous your character. Thanks, Fleira, for saying that. But anyway, yeah, this is the only reason why I'm not publishing it, because I needed the name. I don't want to put it blank, so that's the problem. Tommy, thanks for the follow. Welcome, Tommy, thanks. And so yeah, just be patient about this one. It's ready to be shown, yes, to the fursuit maker. But we don't have a name for him, so okay, just be patient about it, okay? Just be patient, and that's it. Forgot to ask a really important question. What region of Italy are you from? Hopefully not from Tuscany. No, unfortunately not. I have a lot of friends from Tuscany, actually. I spent part of my childhood there because of that friends. But no, I'm from Lombardia, from Milano, exactly. I'm from Milano. No, despite that, I don't feel completely from the north part of Italy because my family comes from the south. So I'm born there, but I'm like half-blood, like Harry Potter franchise, you know? I'm a mezzo sangue because a Mugler, it should be called like that, because... yeah, my dad is from Catania, my mom is from Naples, and I am born in Milan. So yeah, that's a great mix, you know. So that's it. Have you ever seen streaming Wolf Quest? There are other ones. Also Skyra, for example, streamed that once, what I know. And she's an Italian streamer. But yeah, there are some of them, not so many, but there are some of them. I will stream it again probably in the future once my puppies, the only 2 left of them, will be older probably. So yeah, that's pretty long. Also really cool that you've been a long period, but let's say I've started to enjoy the furry fandom more, speaking about the community, only in 2020 when I started to stream, because before that I was enjoying it, but I was really shy. I don't know, I didn't like to be involved in discussion and topics, etc. I was just the one looking at them from far away and judging them probably, you know, but also because let's say that the Italian furry community at the beginning was full of drama, and of course I didn't know English that well, like I'm doing it right now before, you know, because I was just a child, so of course I was more confident with Italian only. And for what I noticed in the past, the furry fandom in Italy was kind of messy, so I was like, okay, I want to see what's happening, but I don't want to join in the discussion. I don't want to know that people properly, because for what I see, it's full of problems for the majority of time. So I'll drink, of course, Luigi, I'll drink. Done that. So it was the one like, okay, I look from far away, I know everyone, but no one know me, probably. I was like that, especially more than 2020, probably before 2016. Only after that I tried to be involved, but I was more inclined to the international community than the Italian one. And that's how everything was burned, probably. That's how everything was sorted out. But yeah, I became to be more active probably completely from 2020. Right during the COVID, no, right before the COVID, because it was not thanks to COVID. It was right before the COVID. So it may be winter in Australia, but it's currently 21 at one of the beaches. So really, that's like the perfect temperature for me. Like here, basically, right now here, I'll tell you immediately, there are like, it's 16 degrees here, despite being summer, because we are in Denmark, so it's normal. Actually, it's hotter sometimes, but it seems that temperature is slowing down, since starting from 15 August, probably. And yeah, I enjoyed the summer here because it was the perfect temperature. The maximum we reached was 27 degrees, and it was a lot here because it's not usual that that's hot here. But yeah, can't agree more. And so yeah, it's lovely summer here. It's lovely, perfect temperature. It's hot in the right point, we can say. So yeah, I enjoyed the summer compared to the Italian one, especially the Milan one. That's really humid. I prefer it here way more. Not hot at all. Enjoyable. I could use my best dresses whenever I want without sweating because of them. So I'm happy. Actually. I'm happy about it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. By the way, yeah, I'm in the furry fandom for a really long time. I saw a lot of stuff. And let's say that probably the Italian fandom is not that dramatic, probably like the American one, but not because of the community, because of the opinions that there are around the furry fandom. It was not that popular in Italy, so we're not seen in a weird way like in America can happen easily, for example. But yeah, it was something. It was something. We were just considered weird, probably, because we were dressing up like weird, colorful animals. But that was just it. It was considered like a cosplay, you know, by normies. And that's maybe that was perfect for us. Their popularity, their bad one, we can say, came after probably once internet blow up, probably. We can call it like that, so... Unfortunately not. This is one of my dream to check at some point probably, but not right now. I prefer instead right now to invest my money in digital stuff, so 3D model and stuff like that, because for me it will be also easier to use, you know, because I just put my VR headset on and I can be whatever I want. I can even buy trackers and use them whenever I want without having the uncomfortable feeling of wearing a hot fursuit and sweating because of that, you know, and even having a space to put it, to store it, you know. So I really would love one, especially when I want to go in conventions. But, you know, I'm one of that girl that suffer a lot the heat, especially heat waves. I sweat a lot during the summer. That's why I love Denmark right now. But Yeah, it's one of my dream to have a fursuit, but it's not the moment right now. It's expensive for me right now, and it is, of course, and it's normal to be like that. I'm not judging it, but yeah, for now I prefer to invest my money on digital stuff, digital avatars, improvements of it, because it's easier for me to use it compared to a fursuit. One day, probably when I will be satisfied with my digital assets, maybe at that point I can consider instead to invest my money in a fursuit. I really would love one from Stuffed Tail fursuit, because I think that hairstyle suite minds a lot. But I have also other creators in mind that I really would love. I know it's hard to get a slot because there is a lot of demand but low offer. We can say it like that, because there are not a lot of fursuit maker, you know, and it's required a lot of time to make a fursuit, so that makes sense. But yeah, I know the problem, the deal about it, but when the time will come, I will just be patient probably. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, consider I really would love one. I really would love one. I just need to be patient right now. For example, now I've just bought slime war trackers, so I will be more expressive with my movements. The next thing I will consider to buy, but not in the near future, will be an headset for war chat with face tracking. Sorry, I didn't remember the word for it, even in Italian, so perfect. I would probably invest my money on a VR headset with face tracking and also eyes tracking, of course, at that point. I'm pretty sure they are trying to create a software and a device you can attach to whatever headset you have and use and do face tracking with that, but I think it will be a long way to go. We'll see who will be the first, if I will buy a headset first or that device first, we'll see. And yeah, I think my next upgrade will be that. And oh, wait, I'll wait for the music. 1-1. Only after that, maybe after the headset, I will upgrade my VR slime trackers with another brand. That's the vibe, that they should be the best around. If I'm not suitable with slime, of course, otherwise I will keep with them. Only after that, I will consider a fursuit probably. If then the occasion occurs before that, of course I would be happy. Of course, it's normal. But just in case, considering this roadmap, it will be a long way waiting before a fursuit for myself, unfortunately. So yeah. Yeah, outfits are really important. I agree with that. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know there was drama with the fandom in that region, but I can say you're doing a great job representing the fandom from an Italian perspective. I think, oh, really? Thank you for saying that. Means a lot for me. Well, you know, when I started to speak about Italy with my contents, short contents, I was not that aware that they will blow up like that just because I was speaking about Italy from a furry perspective. Because even yesterday, when I met some international furry in WarChat, I was surprised to see, because thanks for the follow, Himbo. I was really surprised to see the first thing they said was it's the first time I met an Italian furry streamer that speaks English on WarChat, and I was kind of surprised because it seems a lot of people outside Italy loves to hear about Italy. And you know, as I said multiple times, it seems that a lot of people don't like to show their accent to the others, because maybe because they risk to be bullied because of that, but not because of the accent, because of their origin, you know. And I was really surprised to discover this, because a lot of you started to appreciate me, not only because of the design and maybe my skills, but also because I am Italian. And I was speaking about Italy from all the perspective, the good point, the bad points, etc. That you were so interested. Thanks for the coming by and passing by, Himbo. That's perfect. Don't worry. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Yeah, I was really surprised about it, because there are a lot of people in Italy that loves to hide their accent and prefer to hide it. I don't know why. Maybe because of bullshit stuff. I'm not sure about it. Maybe because they risk to be bullied or whatever. There are a lot of people hiding it, when instead there are a lot of people really interested in our culture and discover something more about it, you know. I was really impressed to see how many people were interested in what I had to say about Italy in a country that they are not involved to in any way. They were just curious about it, you know? And I was really surprised to see how much my accent was appreciated, you know? It will change probably during the passing time because I will learn to speak in a more proper English during the time, and it's normal. But I'm still, it will be Italian anyway, I guess, in some way. And I was really, really surprised to see how many of you appreciate the Italian accent, because a lot of us consider it ugly, especially when we try to speak in English. Not ugly for us, of course, but when we try to speak another language, it's really evident that we are not English speaker, of course, and we are used to consider it ugly. It's considered not so well. If you speak with, like me, for example, with the Italian accent, from another Italian, it's considered ugly. But instead, from foreigners, it's really appreciated, and it was impressive to see how different is the perception of it if you are not from Italy. So thanks for that. Trust me, Italians don't think the same. Italians don't think the same. So I was really, really surprised about it. And you don't even care if I make mistakes, because even now I'm pretty sure I made a lot of them. But you're fine, because the most important thing is that you understand me, right? So yeah, I was really happy to discover this. It was lovely. I should say it was lovely. And so convenient also for me, you know? So I love the accent, but also the culture. I would love to visit there or maybe live there some way. I can understand it because it's considered a tropical historical place from whatever from every region you come from, and it's normal because we have a lot of history and culture, of course, and that's normal. But yeah, you know, probably because Italians know it. It's a wonderful place, Italy, but unfortunately, if you ever decide to live here, I won't recommend it right now, especially because, you know, it's a beautiful place, unfortunately not well managed, not well handled by politicians and bigger peoples, we can say. Because despite we have beautiful places, a lot of historical monuments, natural places to visit, a lot of really big food culture, you know, a really wide and big food culture, living here is something else, unfortunately. It's, in my opinion, there are some Italians that disagree with me, for example, and I'm pretty sure you can comment if you want, guys, from Italy, because there are a lot of followers that are Italians, of course, because before I streamed in Italian, so it's normal. If you wanted to share your opinion about it, feel free to do that. But yeah, it's the perfect place to spend the holiday in, not to live right now, especially if you are young, a young adult, probably. It's full of problems, full of stuff. I was really tired of it. I was the first one in the couple with my husband that was really trying to stay in Italy and live in Italy. But I had so many disappointments that I said no. I think I can't endure it anymore. Just to go away, like the others are doing. And that's it. I can't stand it anymore. So yeah. Unfortunately, it's like that. I'm really sad about the destiny of Italy, speaking about living there, because I can't imagine how it will be soon. But yeah, it's a shame. We have a lot of beautiful stuff ruined by the management of the country, and that's a shame. That's a real shame. But yeah, it's wonderful for holidays. I will go there from time to time, not just to visit my relatives, but also for holidays, for example. So, okay, I think the main reason for that is stereotype pizza. Yeah, probably because there are some comments, especially my shorts content, that comment immediately with pizza pasta. Buongiorno, Marcello. Marcello is not even that common name here in Italy. It was one time, but it's not anymore because it's considered old generation name, we can say that. There are a lot of them, but by the way, a lot of foreigners that commented on my short video saying ciao Marcello, buongiorno Marcello, with this accent. And so, and you know, I made a video about Mario. A lot of people can't recognize the difference between the Mario accent and the Super Mario. I'm referring to that. Between the Super Mario and the normal Italian accent. I can understand why, because if you don't know a language, it's easy to not noticing the difference, you know, because you're not speaking that. So it's, of course, for you, it's a risk to be similar, but it's not. Consider from an Italian perspective, the Italian accent of Super Mario that speak in English, it's not completely the Italian one, not at all. Probably it's completely different. It's a really Americanized Italian accent. So I think a lot of good Italian culture, including food, that too. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I feel a bit ashamed letting people know where I came from. Why? It should be something you should be proud of. Except if it's a particular country. Maybe I can't find example right now. I don't want to enter in political topics. It depends by how you feel it, probably. But yeah, I can get you why you're afraid. I was at the beginning. I changed my mind thanks to you. Bless you, by the way. My husband sneezed and was like, okay, I have to say that. Don't stop throwing me cheese. Why? I'm not making fun of anyone right now. No, not right now. Look, it's my favorite streamer. Thank you. Hello, Night. Hello, I'm talking about you, by the way. Yeah, it's fine. I got it. Thanks for that. Thanks for saying that. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I'm trying to focus a little bit in the artwork. So sorry if I am slow reading what you're writing. Just give me a moment and I'll reach you immediately. Just give me a moment. I think this teeth should be longer. I need to be careful because unfortunately for me, my sketches are never precise. I tend to fix the proportions while I'm inking. It slows down me a little bit, not that much, but if I don't focus enough, I risk to make a lot of mistakes. So give me a moment. Okay, it's better, sharper. Okay, yeah, it's better like that. Okay, now I think I should make another here so it's easier to adjust. Okay, let's merge it. Okay, let's make it like this. Let me see. Let me see what you're saying. I'm just adjusting myself on the chair, sorry. I lost myself in the comment section. Wait a second. I admit it frustrated me a lot having that as first impression, but hey, I lot of and that's it, and that's fine. That's fine. I agree with you. It's a good place for tourists, but personally, I hope to go to live in another country in the future. I'm sad because I can completely feel you, and it's sad that you started to think that way. But it happens at some point to everyone, I guess. And I know how frustrating it can be because you love your country, but despite that, you can't live there. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I completely feel you because that was my same feeling before moving here. Consider I'm in Denmark since February. This is my dream place right now. I'm so fine being here. I'm so happy being here. I had a big improvement in my quality of life here, speaking both about the work side and my personal lifestyle. So yeah, I can't complain at all. Of course, it's not like Italy here. There are a lot of natural places anyway, and I love the idea of it. You can't take a bath so easily here, of course, like in Italy. But, people are well behaved here, are way more well behaved here. Everything seems to work more properly. There are some problems here, of course, but it's not the paradise, of course. But compared to what I was used in Italy, for me, it's not a big deal. Probably I was so tired of the Italian perspective and Italian lifestyle that even some problems here are nothing for me. So yeah, maybe because I'm also I tend to adapt easily to changes. Yeah, so maybe also because I'm a really, it's easy for me to adapt. It depends by the person, of course, how to approach to a new country. It was hard at the beginning, but because you had a lot of stuff to do, not because it was really hard. You just need to get used to that, to the new culture, to the habits, and that's it. That's it. Well, luckily for me, I don't have a lot of friends here yet, I should say. I don't have a lot of friends here, and that's fine because for me, I'm happy with my relationship with my husband. He's my best friend, basically. So I don't feel the emergency to find someone to talk with, etc. It would be lovely, of course, if that happens, but it's fine, even because I have my best friend here, so I don't mind finding someone else right now. If it happens, it must happen naturally, you know? I'm not really in that urgency to find someone to talk to that's different from my husband. So yeah, it's yeah, maybe that a big helps probably, considering my mindset, but yeah, I'm happy. So I'm from America, so I can see what you mean with how political figures screw up things, but it's a shame to hear that. Yeah, I can imagine, especially because, hi, Wish, hello. Especially because, you know, I had a follower that asked me information about Italy because he was really hyped to move here. I think I destroyed his dreams because if you ask me something about for Italy, no wait, I have to remake the sentence. If you ask me stuff about Italy, I will reply for sure about that, both from positive things and negative things. Focusing on the negative one mainly, not because I'm a bad person or something like that, but because I want you to face a reality that it's not that dreamland that a lot of us think, that a lot of us imagine. It depends by what you're searching for and how fine you are with the way politics and other people live here. And I think I destroyed this dream because I said it's okay, but well, for example, speaking also about the salary, okay, it's way different the way you earn money in Italy compared to the one especially from the American perspective. It's completely different because consider that for what I know, here in Denmark, waiters and the people who work at the restaurant in general can earn something like 2,000 euros per month. In Italy, it's not like that. In Italy, you will earn something almost maybe 1,000, 1,200, something like that. And you will say, well, life costs less here. Yeah, it can be. But for the majority of time, that are not enough money to survive there, or at least you manage to pay everything you need to, but you won't how can I say that, you won't have savings in the end, not a lot of them. Consider that since I'm here, I managed to save way more money compared to live in Italy and work in Italy for 5 years, and I'm not living here even for a year. So yeah, it's not that a dreamland as you imagine. It is for tourists, it is for holidays. Something else, it depends by your recommendation, your job, by your experience, by a lot of stuff. Let's say there is no meritocracy in Italy, just a recommendation for the majority of time. So yeah, but also because the country has no money to spend to spend and to give to the others, like for example it happens in Denmark or in America. So yeah, I hope I'm not replying too late. No, it's fine. I'm the first one being late, so don't worry. Don't worry for that, absolutely. But I'm having trouble with a good connection at home. Yeah, I know, but I think you'll fix the problem once you will be back home, right? Or you live there, because maybe I don't understand that. I tend to speak with an English accent because I've been taught to think that that's the right thing to do. A private teacher was teaching me to speak with a British or American sing-song accent, I don't remember. It was not like that for me. For example, I studied in an high school, specialized in languages. So I had more lessons than normal regarding languages, especially English. They weren't focusing about the fact to have a beautiful accent. The most important thing for them was that I speak with a good grammar, with a good making a good sentence, and maybe that's the reason why I try to make the best sentence possible for the majority of time. But yeah, they were not focusing that much, but that's a true thing, because I saw a lot of people trying to fix your accent. That can be useful and convenient for the majority of time, I agree with that, but maybe it's too much sometimes, because, you know, why you should hide your origin, why you should hide that you're not an English speaker? Okay, that can be useful sometimes because they will make compliments, but is that so useful in the end? Thanks for the follow, Crow Felix. You're the Felix from YouTube, or you're someone else? Because there's another Felix on YouTube, so I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. I'm really disappointed with Brazil too. The actual president had been on jail for corruption and people still electing him. It happens the same here in Italy. I'm not an expert about politics, so I can't say exactly who was that, but because I don't know it, not because I don't want to, because I don't know it. But yeah, it's the same in Italy, for example. It happened the same. I'm not sure if it's still the same for some figures, but it happens. It happened. So yeah. Hello, Wish. Thanks. I'm from the southern hemisphere and it can be expensive to import stuff. I can imagine. There's another problem on another hand. So you moved to a different place? Yes, as you can see, I'm Italian, but I lived there all my life, but now I'm living in Denmark, for example, since February. And I'm way more happy. I'm way happier, not more happy. I'm way happier here. The fact is that I can't cope with Italian mentality anymore. Yeah, I completely feel you, Iku. I completely feel you. Is that the right pronunciation? Iku, right? Sorry for the bad pronunciation in case. The way the job is viewed especially. You know, I think you're facing the same frustration I had at the end of my permanence in Italy. I can't, when I was there, I couldn't stand the way to think of Italians too, because let's say that I noticed it since I was in Denmark, basically, because here people tends to help each other. In Italy, it's not like that. You're considered clever if you take advantage of the others, not if you try to help someone else. You're stupid if you try to help someone else, because the others risk to trick you at that point. And that's a so bad way to see the world, but it's like that, unfortunately. And I was so tired of it, because I could see it everywhere, especially through the way to drive, because it's a thing in Italy. People can't really drive and respect the rules in Italy. And it's you can see it especially from there, because you're considered clever and more intelligent only if you take advantage of the others, only if you make stuff for that make maybe discomfort for the others. And it's absurd, I should say. No, not everyone is like that, of course, but for the majority, it is like that. No, it's fine. Don't worry, EQ. I hope it's fine. Don't worry for that. I'm the first one making mistakes in English while speaking in English. So don't feel ashamed to make mistakes you in the first place, okay? It's fine. I'm the first bilingual here, so don't worry, okay? Don't really worry. That's the perfect theme park for tourists, but not for those who lives there. Yeah. Wait, another here and you can have two best friends in here. Okay, perfect. I would love to, actually. I can't wait for that, Theo. I can't wait. Iku, okay. Like Miku, but with the H. Okay, Hiku, okay. Perfect. Okay, that's perfect to know. No, I wasn't just sure if I should hear the I 2 times, because there was the Y, right? Yes. So I was just a little bit confused by that. Okay, but thanks. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of places, and as I can see from you, there are problems in America, in Brazil. Each country has its own problem, and they can be seen properly only by people who lives there, especially if they are native from there. They are, parents are from there, because you live there all your life, so it's normal you see the bad parts more clearly of it. I'm pretty sure, for example, I live in Denmark, but there are a lot of Danish people complaining about what they have here. And what I say every time to this kind of people is that because you don't know how it is outside. But it's normal because, of course, if you are used to a particular way to live, of course, you would like to see improvements in it, and if there aren't, you're sad about it, you're frustrated about it. It's normal that a native people from a particular country see both problems and positive way stuff, basically, okay? But yeah, sometimes I guess, especially people that comes from a worse situation, they can see how things can work properly outside, more properly indeed, you know, because of that. So yeah, I'm going to head off to bed, but have a good stream though. Thanks for that, Fantasy. Thanks for the chat, it was lovely. Also from you, thanks a lot for sharing your opinion about it. It was lovely. Have a wonderful night. It's night there, I suppose, right? And have a wonderful night, and thanks again for chatting with us. It was a pleasure. Have a wonderful night. And yeah, it's normal, by the way, that from, as I was saying, from a native seeing more the problems than the positive things. But yeah, probably people that are used to worse stuff can see what's working and what's not more properly compared to others. Because yeah, Danish people are complaining a lot about their politicians, etc., and their way to handle some stuff. But trust me, from an Italian perspective, this is nothing compared to what we were used to. But yeah, it's a matter of perspective and habits, literally that. And I can understand it. For example, I'm pretty sure that a person coming from Argentina would love Italy, probably, because things are well handled there. I'm saying Argentina in particular because I know a person that comes from there and she's in love with Italy. Because there, his condition was worse, so of course Italy is a dream place for her, okay? So, it's normal, it's normal. See you soon, bye-bye. It was lovely, it was lovely. It's normal, by the way. Depends by the approach of people. And just that. Okay, I'm not really convinced about the shape of this teeth, so wait a second. Okay, maybe it's better now. Okay, yes, I like it. In dialect, there is a saying that we hear that goes futti futti. Oh, wait, I have to read it properly. Futti e futti, futtirini casi no futti resti futtutu. What kind of accent is that? Futti e futtitini casi funu. Oh no, I can't. Oh my! I have to slowly. It's Calabrese. Thank you. It's Calabrese. No, he's not sure about it. Futti e futtitini casi no futti resti futtuto. It should be read like that, something like that. Okay, I thought it was Sicilian or something like that, but no, I can't read it, so I don't think it is. So it was like, what kind of dialect it is? Because I'm not sure. I didn't read it properly. It's Calabrese. Okay, yeah, it's kinda true, by the way. It's kind of
The
true.
only thing I want to see in your
But because
mouth
of
is
the
that water bottle. Now, what did I tell you? Always be
Wait,
hydrated.
because I know this way to say it too. Futti e futtitini casi non si futti resti fottuto. It should be something like that. I know. I have the same feeling. You know, I'm not sure because I can't read it properly, so I'm not sure. You know, I speak better Napolitans compared to Sicilian dialect, but futti e futtitini casi non futti resti fottuto. Okay, it should be something like this. That means for English speaker here that if you don't take advantage of the others, you will be the one to take an advantage of. Is that the right translation for this? But yeah. Okay, it's a mixture of it. Okay, it's both Sicilian, both Calabrese they are saying, by the way. Well, considering they are near, that makes sense, so... My husband is convinced is only Calabrese, but I think they can state it better than you know? Well, no, because...
How can it be a saying that is in two different languages?
But because consider the border of Calabria, it's near Sicily, so maybe there is a place where there are mixed accent, so mixed dialect.
Okay,
That makes sense. So
Have you ever heard of a saying that is half Milanese and half Bergamasco?
yeah, I think it exists for some in some way. I think it exists, but yeah, probably. I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, the meaning is that what I said, by the way. Not sure if there is a better way to state that, but yeah, if you don't take advantage of the others will take advantage of you. So it's better if you take advantage of the others in the first place. And unfortunately, this is the way of thinking for the majority of Italian, and it's toxic, of course. But it is what it is. And I have the same feeling when I was really tired and sad about Italy, because I couldn't stand it anymore. This is what I was keeping thinking. I can't stand, how I say that. By the way, I can't stand the Italian way of thinking because it's so bad, it's so toxic for the majority of time. I had the exact same feeling, and it's sad because I love my homeland. But it's full of problems. It's full of problems, and it's not convenient anymore. And I'm so sorry, especially considering how glorious it was in the past, Italy. So yeah. I saw your Insta and came here to say if you have a YouTube channel. Ah, yeah, I have it. Thanks, Protogen, for the follow. Yes, I have it. I multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch. Right now I'm both on Twitch or YouTube. Hi to all of you. And... yeah, I stream. I mainly do short contents video and streaming. I would love to make longer video content, but I can't find the time to edit them. That's the problem. But yeah, hello, hi. Hello. I have, for example, a video from Furality. I really would love to edit, to find the time to edit, but it's really hard. But because I'm not just a content creator, I'm also an artist. I have to work on commission indeed, right? So it's really hard to find the time for me for everything. It's really hard, unfortunately. So hello Scarlett, Scarlett, how are you? I hope you're fine. In English we can translate like a fuck other and don't give a fuck, because if you don't fuck you get, yeah, that can be more literal probably. Unfortunately it works like this everywhere, in school, in job, everywhere, yeah. Everywhere, but also with friends sometimes. No, it depends by your friends, but you know, if you are not well bonded with them, it's risky even with that. Sometimes it doesn't happen with Fiona, for example, for me. But yeah, for the majority of time, it's you are not even sure of who you are going to know, you are going to meet, because it can happen soon. I'm from Calabria, but I have a terrible relationship with the dialect and speak a lot. It's normal. I'm not sure if I have a Milanese accent because of the origin of my family. So I think I speak a mixture of all of them. A mixture of Naples, a mix of Catanese, a mix of Milanese, a mix of Tuscany a little bit, because I had a lot of friends from Tuscany, and I'm pretty sure they influenced me a little bit with their accent during my childhood. So I'm a bilingual in Italian, basically. I don't know what kind of dialect I'm speaking. And for what I noticed, when you were hearing from me, you recognized that I'm from a north part of Italy when I was streaming in Italian. Not because I had an accent, but the reason was right that, because I didn't have an accent. So probably I was not from the south because of that, because it's easier that if you are from the south, you speak in dialect for some reason. In the north part of Italy, it's not that evident instead. It depends. And just for that, you recognize that I was not from the south part of Italy, for example. And that was hilarious, because that makes sense, actually. So... okay, perfect. Yeah, I love hearing you talk about the issue you deal with. Yeah, I'm really open-minded with that kind of stuff. I'm really talkative, probably. That helps a lot with this kind of stuff. I'm not speaking only about the good stuff, especially from Italy. especially instead of the bad ones. Especially about the bad ones of Italy, but about everything, not only about the country, about everything, literally. It can be about the country, about the way of thinking of particular people, whatever, literally whatever. No, I'm trying to I think I made it wrong. Wait, should be something like this instead. Oh yeah, way better. Way better even here, actually. I made the fifth wrong. I made the fifth wrong. The fifth. Let's make a little bit of shape already here. Okay. Okay. So now let's make the mouth. It must be thick because animals have thick lips, especially the down part of it. But they must be precise here. Okay, let's see it without this. It's fine. I'm not convinced about the shape here, so let's try to not be tricked by the sketch here. I don't like how it turns here, probably. Oh, wait. Let me see. Actually, it's fine, but I always forget to use this tool. It's so convenient, and I always forget it exists. The fluidi tool, magic wand tool. I don't know how you call it. Okay. Yeah, should be fine like that. Okay. Okay. Happy about it now. Let's make it thicker here. Okay. Okay, let me fix the teeth part here. I don't want this to attach. There is a little bit of gum instead here. Not so precise. It must be more like this. Wait. No. Something like that. Okay. Focus mode, wait a second. Okay. It's fine, but you have to make it more properly. Okay. Oh, way better. Okay. 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 Way better. Sorry, I was focused. Okay. Let me see. Hello, this is Matthew. Greetings from America. Greetings. Thanks, Silver, for passing by, I should say so. Thanks for passing by. Sorry, I was in focus mode for a moment, so I was like, huh. I thought my problem was a Southern Italian and working class issue. Generally, the poorest are the most dissatisfied, but now you're making me even more depressed about it. No, I'm sorry, I didn't want that. Sorry. I was just speaking about the issue. I didn't want to make you more frustrated. Sorry. But yeah, that's true, actually. That's true. But trust me, if that can help your way of seeing stuff, even probably the poorest class at that point can be happy outside, because they are not considered poor anymore probably at that point. It's not a thing about poor class, it's about the ones I think that have no recommendation at all, and yeah, in some way about the poor class, but also the ones who has no kind of help from outside. It's hard at that time, but a valuable help. I'm not speaking about the help from friends and family. I'm speaking about the big helps, especially in the job field and stuff like that. Don't worry, it's fine. I can understand. I'm the first one who can't properly focus because of that. So don't worry, I completely feel it. Don't really worry about that. Feel free to focus, feel free to lurk and just listen to it. I started learning Italian a while ago. The language is not that hard, which, don't get me wrong, is a very good thing. No, we are not offended. We are happy. If you're saying that it's actually easy to learn, it's something. I think it's easier if you are from another Latin country, such as Portugal, Spain, stuff like that, because the grammar is kind of similar in some way. I think it's not hard to read Italian, for example, because if you know the rules about the pronunciation, you just need to apply them with each phrase and sentence and word, and that's it. It won't be that hard to read. Of course, you won't have the Italian accent, but that's fine. You just need to read it properly. And apart from that, maybe the grammar part is the most difficult one, actually, because compared to English language and other languages that are similar in grammar, like Danish, it's similar to English, speaking about grammar. If you compare them, for example, they are completely different because we have a different kind of declination for the subject. For example, we just don't add the S for the third person. So I'm speaking about she, is, it. We don't just add the S. We decline them in different way, even if we are referring to you, to us, to we. It depends by it. And I think verbs are the most difficult part to learn in Italian, probably. Verbs are the most difficult thing to learn in Italian. But if you understand the rule behind it, the sense behind it, and if you learn the most difficult ones, the most difficult verbs, it's not that complicated. I can agree with that. The pronunciation is not that complicated. You know, also like German, for example, we have a gender for each word. So we have la for feminine words, we have il for male words, and you have to remember them. There is no rule behind it. So maybe if you have a language that's similar to that in some way, you can understand the concept of it better. But it's not only like in English, for example, there is not only one article to speak about everything you want. There are multiple of them, and that can be tricky sometimes. So yeah, especially if you're not from a Latin language, it can be trickier to understand. Not impossible, of course, but you have to memorize a lot of words because of that. Their genre, because there isn't a rule behind that. It's just about the phonetic, the sound of it, if it's more suitable with the feminine or male way to refer to, with the feminine or male article, and that's it, basically. No, we are not. If you say it's simple, we are not offended at all. Instead, the contrary, we are happy about it. Okay, let me focus for a moment because I need to be precise here. Okay, it's too. It was a good year, but not the rest. Okay, let's try to make it step by step. It's better. Okay, let me hide this for a moment. Na 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 na. Okay, let me do this for a moment. Thanks for the pet. Okay, also for the boop. Why there are two sounds? So for the boop, but okay. It's fine. Boop boop 2 times. Hello, Abby. Hello. Hello, hello. I prefer the naked reality, even if painful, rather than in a lie with the same mentality as the average Italian. Yeah, I agree with that because there are a lot of dreamers, in my opinion, in Italy. But maybe the dreamers are the one with benefits, I should say, at that point, because I can't understand it otherwise. If you have help, if you have a real useful help from another one, maybe it can be a beautiful country. Otherwise, it's messy to handle everything alone. So, hello QB, hello. Truly, it's pizza time for real. I speak Arabic and English. Arabic and Italian share a lot of grammar. Oh yeah, don't know a lot about it, but I heard about this thing that they are similar in some way, and if you can agree with that, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why you find it more easier. Probably you find it easier because I'm pretty sure that if a native English speaker or an American or stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they will have a hard time learning Italian because it's completely different, a completely different perception. Speaking about the grammar, referring to grammar. So maybe that's the reason why I'm happy about it, of course. But I think it depends by this perspective. Unfortunately, I should say, we are well aware, Italians, speaking about us, we are well aware that our language is not that easy sometimes. It depends by where you come from, probably, and that can help you a lot. But we are aware it's not an easy language. We don't pretend that foreigner people know Italian, for example. Also because it's only spoken here, you know. Italian is only spoken in Italy, so it doesn't make any sense to learn it, apart if you are really interested in the culture or in the language itself. But there is no use for Italian outside Italy. Maybe if you find a little Italian community, Cosa? Wait, cosa?
There is a reason, because our insults are very funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. My husband is saying actually there is a reason, because we are one of the few countries that can make it better insults probably about it. So that's fine, that's true. But we also have bestemmia. That's not a real thing outside Italy. That can make sense, and we can offend you in a really artistic way. We can. If you want to learn bad words, it's not the perfect channel, but maybe if you ask my husband, he can help you with that.
We are a country of artists.
Yeah, we are a country of artists, even with insults, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That's true. That's true. That's true. I can agree with that. Unfortunately, I can agree with that. If you want to give, if you want to insult someone in a really fancy way and exotic way, learn Italian. That's a thing. That's real. That's true. We are a genius for that kind of stuff. We are literally. We have some kind of insults that can be even imagined outside, probably. So that's true. That's true. Thanks for that. I need it because I tend to be a shrimp, especially when I draw. So thanks for that. And my back won't agree with that. I'm pretty sure I might have some problems with my back because of this. But the problem of working completely sits down all the time. And you know, the funny thing, I have the adjustable desk. I never using it.
You have the adjustable.
Adjustable. I have the desk that I can lift it up if I want, but I'm not using it that much actually. I should use it more.
You never used it.
You know, I'm not using it. I said that.
It's not like you're not using that much. You never used
You never used it. That's because I'm lazy. That's the problem, because I'm lazy. And yeah, I should, because my back would be happier in that sense. So Yeah, Italian king of swear words, exactly. I was being a shrimp while drawing too, so I decided to give myself a new posture check. Thanks for that. It's really useful, actually. So yeah, yeah, I should use the adjustable desk more because don't look at me. My husband is looking bad at me. I don't know. You're right. I know, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I love to, the worst way possible to sit down on your desk with your feet on the desk. I lay like that for the majority of the time. I shouldn't use it like that. I know I'm part of my pain, but I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. The Italians are a lot more welcoming than the Turkish or French. If you speak anything but their language, it's as if you cast at their mother, probably. Probably. By the way, we are welcoming, especially with tourists, because we are happy to see you there, for example. But let's say probably it's a part of convenience because if you're there, you will spend more. So I'm pretty sure it's this kind of welcoming. I'm sorry to say that because I'm the first one Italian here, of course. But I'm pretty sure it's like that. Not that it's something bad actually, because it works. But there is a reason behind. Not because we are kind, but how I say that. Not because we are kind, but there is another reason behind it. So yeah, but it's fine because it's okay, of course, to even think like this. Let's say Italian think it in the toxic way possible if you know it deeply. But yeah, I went to high school in London for a study holiday. A foreigner who came from somewhere in Europe knew better the Italian, including hint of the average Italian, because it's actually true. What Gabbiano means is that Italy has a lot of dialects, based on where you come from. You have a different way to speak Italian. There is the Tuscany accent, there is the Campania dialect, that is the Naples one, there is the Sicilian dialect, there is the Calabrese dialect, there is the Marchigiano dialect. There are a lot of them, okay? And we tend to use this kind of dialect so much that sometimes we forget how to speak proper Italian with any kind of influence with this kind of dialect, And I think that people that come from the north part of Italy are more used to speak a normal Italian compared to the south part of Italy where it's stronger, the dialect. But, it's not that bad in my opinion because it's a way through which we can characterize ourselves. I don't consider it a bad thing. It's fine. It's funny. Instead, it's fine. It's a shame maybe if some people don't know the word in real Italian, but just in the dialect version of it. But it's fine, The most important thing, I think, is that you can understand each other. And that's it. Say hi to your husband. I love a caring, supportive man. He's really supportive. I can agree with that. If it wouldn't be for him, I wouldn't be here doing my job right now here. So I have to give him a lot, if that makes sense. So yeah, no, he's really supportive. Considering also he's not a furry, he's not in the furry fandom, he supports me a lot, even within this fandom. For example, he's going to come with me in the Nordic FoodCon just to take care of my dog while I'm having fun with the others. So just imagine that. Poor thing. I hope he won't be bored that much because he will just be there just to accompany me and say, okay, I will take care of Yuna, my dog, and our dog, and have fun, do your stuff for the community and stuff like that. It's lovely, so don't worry for that. It's lovely actually. So I've just read something really funny. A Pokemon's employee said that the new ZA game is similar to Dark Souls because the Trahi and what a fuck. No, the message scrolled down and it was like, what I'm reading? Okay, sorry, wait, I mixed the two messages. Wait a second. The game is similar to Dark Souls because I need the quick reflex. Pokemon? What do you mean with that? You need a quick reflex in Pokemon? I don't think they can be compared in real life, actually. What the fuck? I think they are completely different kind of game, but quick reflex in Pokemon games? Turn-based game? They don't fight in real time, so... What? Well, how can they be compared? I think there is a mistake behind. They never play a real Dark Soul game, I guess, because otherwise I can't understand it. Shadow, hello. How are you? I hope you're fine. I hope you're fine. I'm still here, by the way. I didn't even finish the line art on my bed. It's almost 12 p.m. and I didn't finish it. I'm so slow. I'm so slow when I'm streaming. I'm so slow in arting, doing art stuff. Na, na, na. I'm also putting details in the line art, as you can see, but still, I should be quicker, but okay. Okay, so now let's do the rest. Let's merge what I can. Okay, little details, they want to be that with the thick line art, only the outer parts, because I wanted to emphasize with the thick line art the parts that should frame the character, if that makes sense. So. Intendo che la gente non sa la differenza tra e chiama esorcista se vede... Ah, that's right. I can understand it, that's right. That's right, that's true, that's kinda true. It's too much, probably, that thing. It's too much, way too much. Okay, wait a second. That didn't surprise me. After Mega Dragon flop, this makes the Dragonite flop. What about the Victory Bell flop? They could use a lot of designs, take inspiration from a lot of fan art for it, but no. They decided to turn him into a sort of cheese we make in Italy. How was call it? Caciotta. It's a caciotta, or worse, we can consider it some testicles, because I can see them actually on that design. So they made a multiple mistake, we can say. Let's say that they decided to show in advance the worst design possible instead of the good one that can actually catch the player, you know? I'm not really sure what the fuck is thinking the Pokemon Company right now with these kind of releases, especially considering that people are really disappointed with it lately. So, not Nintendo, because it's not, it's the Pokemon Company. What the fuck are you doing, really? Because I'm not going to buy that game. Also because, not because I know it will be also on a Nintendo Switch, the normal one, the first version of it, not the second version. But no, I don't think I will buy this one. I'm not discovering stuff because of the memes, not even because I'm interested in checking the trailers or the preview, you know, just because of the memes, and that's it. So no, I refuse completely to buy it this time, but also because I'm not interested for real. And it's it was really hard, because for a lot of time I tried to say, okay, this will be worth anyway, because this is my childhood game, I like Pokemon like gameplay, so I'll buy it anyway. No, I'm so tired of it now. No, I won't do this time. I won't do that, because no, it's not worthy anymore. They are making fun of the audience and they just want to sell design, and that's it. They are not putting any kind of efforts in the game anymore. So no, I refuse doing. I refuse to pay 60 euros or more for a game that is not that good anyway. There are way better games that are Pokemon-like also Anemo, Cassette Beast, Nexomon that I love recently, and I can't wait for the third chapter of the Nexomon. I prefer to spend my money on them because there are competitors right now that are way better, and why should I spend money on the Pokemon Company game now? Just because they are Pokemon? Just because they are part of the franchise? No, because they are making fun of us right now. So no, I refuse to spend my money in a so mediocre, I don't know how to say it in English, but in a so bad game, basically, just because they are trying to put efforts in our feeling. No, I refuse to do that. Sorry if you ever consider to see me playing ZA, but I refuse, even if there will be a collaboration with them. I'm not sure I will accept it, and it won't happen, of course. But if there was the possibility, no, I don't think. I would love to instead to collaborate with the Nexomon franchise now. If you don't know it, guys, and you want to play real real worthy Pokemon-like game, I recommend you Cassette Beats, Nexomon. I'm loving it. It depends by your taste of it. But I really enjoying Nexomon because of the puns, because of the story, not only because of the gameplay. And the design are quite fine in my opinion. If you want a Pokemon-like game, consider Cassette Beast, consider Nexomon. Also, oh my, Temtem can be a good one. It's really difficult compared to Pokemon-like game, to Pokemon franchise in general, because it's kinda something, but it's cool, by the way, for the time. And yeah, consider, there is also an Emo that will be a free-to-play game. I'm not sure if it's going to be released this year or the next one. I'm pretty sure it will be the next one. But consider to invest your time or money on them instead of the Pokemon one. Because otherwise they will never learn that people are tired of this kind of bullshit. Really, really. Because if people keeps purchasing their game, buying the game, it doesn't, they will continue like that. So no, it's not, if I am tired of this, that's something bad, because I was the first one to know that it will be better. No, it's not anymore for me. So there's a real-time, really? There is a real-time action this time. I guess how they manage that. It's something similar to the Izui game, I suppose. Pokemon Legends Arceus, I suppose. But comparing it to Dark Souls, yeah, it's audacious, I agree with that. I agree with that. La mega provola, no, la caciotta, it's la caciotta. You know what, I love the Mega Victory Bell. From the start it was a stupid funny Pokemon that Mega Evolution is fitting, really? Yeah, considering it was a stupid design since the beginning, especially considering the cartoon, because of James, Pokemon, you know? Yeah, it could be way better, especially because what I didn't get, first of all, why making an horror preview, just to show it? What's the fuck, the Pokemon Company? Why you decided to put a lot of effort in a preview that it's horror-like for a Pokemon that's a meme like this? Did you see that, guys? Did you see the preview, how they presented Mega Victory Bell? It's a horror. I was like, is it a Pokemon game? No, of course it's not. It will never be like that. But they use this expedient to show this meme Pokemon. What? It doesn't fit in this case. Okay, it was maybe because of meme, but it was so bad done, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. You can disagree with me. Cornetto disagree, for example, with me. But what the fuck? The style is completely different from the normal Pokemon one. Would you want to see it? We can watch it. Don't worry. Because it doesn't make any sense, but also because why making a Mega of Victory Bell in the first place between all other Pokemon that you can use, for example? It's actually the testicular torsion of Victory Bell, yeah, literally. I don't know, but he has all my sympathy and appreciation. Oh, they love you, Amu. They love you without even knowing you. Without even knowing. You're not the first one, you know. A lot of my followers fall for him, probably. And yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm married.
Of course. So yeah. Scusami, è uscita così, ma Mega Vedi fa proprio schifo come design, non sembra nemmeno una Mega. Yeah, I agree. A Sweet Summer Shine. Yeah, I know. I know. I was pretty sure about it, but I didn't know the exact price. So I was like, okay, let's stay with the old version of the game. Okay, yeah, consider it's even more pricey. No, it's a big no for me. The main fee for Mega Victory Bell is you can make voice acted Pokemon things, so that's a big thing. You can choose not to. Yeah, I agree with that. You know what? Can we comment? Sorry, off topic moment. Can we comment the trailer they used to show it? Not the one through which you see the details in the game. I'm speaking about the cinematic, guys. So, wait. Let's move for a off-topic moment. We have to comment it. Sorry, wait a second. Just wait for it. Wait. I need to show you that, okay? We need to speak about this, okay? From the artistic point of view, okay? Mega Victory Bell trailer. Wait a second. We're going to see it all together. Don't worry. Okay. Even I watched it with my husband and we were really surprised. So, okay. Okay, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. So not with Pokemon the games is just a stupid, yeah, because it will be even way more expressive with that, even more deep, speaking about lore probably. Okay, so BK, I don't know if you watched this. If you didn't, enjoy.
We heard this building gives off a strange scent at night, so we're checking it out.
I
You got
didn't even
permission,
think
right?
it was
Yeah.
Pokemon at first.
Let's head in.
Then I noticed there was the channel logo,
It's
and I
all
was like,
melted.
huh?
Something smells sweet.
Yeah, the thing is, it's
I'll get the door.
good. It's very well done. But it doesn't suit with the Pokemon style at all. Because it's Pokeball, it's Pokeball. Because it's
Anyone
Pokemon,
home?
it doesn't suit at all, in my
Sure
opinion.
is dark in here.
But even the characters, the environment is amazing. The character just doesn't fit with the environment. Look at them, they are not so detailed and they are weird in this
It's
kind
locked.
of environment. Why, in the first place, making this kind of video for this Pokemon? Make that for a ghost Pokemon at least, you know, like a Mimikyu, something else, I don't know, but not with Victreebel. Please, at least that would be more. That would make more sense at that point, you know. You can see I have my hands on my face. You can see it. You will see it soon because of War slime trackers I bought, but not now. I have my hands on my cheeks right now. So
Looks like a dead end.
why? It's not even a Pokemon related to horror stuff in any way because it's stupid. Yeah, I know.
Wanna head
It's
upstairs?
just a little off topic. Just wait for it.
Huh?
It's just a little off topic.
Hold
Just
on.
wait for it. Oh, that makes sense. It's a ghost Pokemon. So okay, that makes sense. It's creepy. Even the bugs can be fine because you know even bats it can be fine because this is the setting, of course. So
You all right?
you know what? It's a little
Scary.
bit high. So
And the smell keeps getting stronger.
I'm starting to feel dizzy.
The lights are on.
and in the end, it was just a silly version of Victreebel. Really? I think they would be poisoned so badly in the reality. Testicle torsion, like you said. Here we are, vomiting to it. Yeah, it doesn't fit with the style in any way. In any way. It doesn't fit. Thanks for the streak, Lava. Thanks for the streak. It doesn't make any sense. It's not even that long wait anymore because it's the 1 month and half of waiting. But I'm not in. I didn't even know that before. So no, just no. That Pokemon, I got what you tried to do, but you did that so badly and with the wrongest Pokemon possible, I should say. So okay, what about making another? I don't know, a Mega Mimikyu. That would be that would be fine in that case. You know, it's a ghost type Pokemon. That makes sense. No, Mega Victreebel. Okay. Do you remember the reveal trial of Fizua? Yeah, that was something at least. You know, that was okay because it makes sense. But I don't know. It's like they are making a step with, for example, Pokemon Legend Arceus. It was fine, even if the graphic was not the best one. And then they make 3 steps back with the other games. Just why? Why? I can't understand them. Because probably what happens is that Game Freak is pressured. Is that right? It's by the way, they are obliged to work fast because of the requirements of Pokemon Company. Because for what we can see, Game Freak can be a really good development company because they are making another wonderful game that's completely different from Pokemon. So it's pretty clear it's not Game Freak fault. It's the Pokemon Company fault because they are making pressure probably, and. What happens is that they risk to deliver a bad game, full of problems, full of glitch, full of bugs, full of bad aesthetic too, also because probably also the artists behind the design are pressured because of them. So, Yeah, money, literally money. But why making a so bad design in the first place? How can you accept them? At least it's okay, Mega. If they presented Mega Victory in another way, I am pretty sure that it would be fine. It would have been fine. But not like this, not like this. And how can you reveal the bad stuff of a game before its release? So I can't, I don't know. I just can't. Na, 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 na. You know, before making this, I think I can focus on their parts. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Why changing the workflow when people buy it anyway? I know. And that's the problem. People should really stop buying it, in my opinion, because how bad it is, actually. Not because I want to oblige them, or I want to force my opinion on them, but speaking about it objectively, they are not good games anymore. For a really long time now. I hoped for that. I really hoped for that, a change of their way of thinking and to work. But it's not happening, so no, I'm tired, Bob. I'm tired, really, I'm tired. I don't want to spend money on this anymore. Now that there are competitors, you know, before that maybe there were no alternative, because there were not Nexomon, Temtem, there were nothing, okay? There was nothing. So now that I have alternative, I would prefer to spend money on it instead of Pokemon. And I really hope that one day they will be so afraid of competitors that they decide to change their mindset. I really hope that Anemo and the third chapter of Nexomon will do something, because the third chapter of Nexomon will be 3D and will be IMO, like Anemo, basically. So yeah, I really hope something will happen. It didn't happen with Nexomon, the first two chapters, and Cassette Beats, because they were standalone stories. There was not post game or something like that deep to involve the players to stay there, like it happens in Pokemon there. But also because, you know, they were indie developers, so it's normal they don't have the money to spend more on this game without DLC, making free updates, making a competition, make a PvP, PvE or something like that, you know. It's normal. And but yeah, I really hope we'll come to a point where there is a big enough company, or they earned so many money that they will try to make something more worthy than Pokemon franchise, probably. I'm pretty sure it can happen with Anemo, for what we tried, because luckily for my husband, he got the key for the early access, not the early access, for the closed beta of Anemo. We tried it. It's really something. For with what we see, so I really hope not like, oh my, I don't remember the name of what's the name of the Palworld. It's not like Palworld, it's a better version of Palworld, a really better version of it. So I really hope it will work out and will make a little bit the Pokemon Company to shit in their pants. Probably, yeah, really hope for that. I really hope for that. Oh, sorry. So yeah, it seems to me a matchup made by those who take free things and don't know how to fix them among themselves. Yeah, probably. Like they proved animation that clash, but with him it makes sense. Yeah, everyone knows they are bad, but they buy it anyway because of nostalgia. You know, I was one of them. Not because I defended them. I was not happy about their game lately, but I was buying them because, you know, they are Pokemons. I love them, so okay. But now I'm tired. No, I'm tired. I can't tolerate it anymore. No, I'm tired. That's the problem. But if they are careful of what they are trying to do, the biggest problem for Palworld was the sphere, the concept of the sphere to catch monsters. Basically, they changed it, and without that, because it's copyrighted, without that they could do whatever they want. Even Anemo right now. Anemo, I don't. What they used to catch Anemo? It's not a ball, a disc or something like that. A cube, another cube. Okay, they used a cube. And it was fine. They can't say anything because there are not even designs that are similar to Pokemon. So I think they are untouchable probably with that. The patents that Power allegedly infringed were filled after Power. I know, and that was the problem. But let's say that the developers of Palworld were always controversial because they used a lot of stuff that were recycled from another game and stuff like that. So it was controversial in the first place. That was the biggest problem. Animo shouldn't be like that. So I really hope for it. Even Nexomon, of course, because it's a completely different concept. But yeah, I really hope for that. The fact that Power later fled after the... So it's purely frivolous lawsuit. Yeah, I know that. Unfortunately. I hope I'm pretty sure one day it will happen that the Pokemon Company will fear the others at some point. Someone will be powerful enough to make people realize that there are better Pokemon-like games now because of competition. It's normal. It's part of the market, you know. It's normal at some point when someone has an idea, the others will try to copy it. It's just surprised me a little bit that it required so much time for Pokemon-like game. But now they are starting to make their version of it. Probably they are just scared to the lawsuit of Nintendo and Pokemon Company. Maybe it's that they were just scared to do something because they were scared about legal punishment or stuff like that. But now it's not like that anymore. It cannot be like that now. It's easier. So. Airmoon, thanks for the raid. Hello, what were you doing?
Airmoon is visiting the guild with 9 fellas.
Yeah, what were you doing? Where were you drawing to? Now we were complaining about Pokemon. While I'm working, we were complaining a lot about Pokemon, but we spoke about a completely different team before. We spoke bad about Italy, for example. So, how are you? What were you doing? Thanks for the raid. For the one who doesn't know me, hi, I'm Fleira, I'm a Vtuber, as you can see in a really stupid version of it, but don't I have this kind of eyes for a really long time now? It's too much. Wait a second, let me... Oh, it's too much I'm having them. I think they are bugged, but okay. Okay, by the way, I am a VTuber, I'm an artist first of all, I'm working on a commission icon right now, and I'm also a vet technician. I speak about animals from time to time. I'm also, of course, a general content creator. I make a variety stream. I'm a video game player, so yeah, a lot of stuff. Hello, hi, I'm a furry, of course. So yeah, hello, welcome. What were you doing? Guys? I hope you had a wonderful stream. And Airmoon, if you need to have lunch to rest, don't feel obliged to stay here. I completely understand it. So feel free to do your business with no worrying about being here, okay? It's completely fine. And of course, one thing I forgot to mention is that I am Italian, but I stream in English, as you can see. Hi. I hope you had a wonderful morning. By the way, yeah, you were complaining about Pokemon. Now I think things will change soon, because they will be scared of a competitor in particular, one sooner or after. But it will require a little bit more time, it seems. Not so much probably, but it will require time. No, smaller. Okay. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I was drawing for a monthly contest. Oh, Siltember. Oh, okay. It's about seals, the animal, or something else. Interesting. I'm drawing seals for Caccetto Rosso. Okay, it's that. Oh, lovely. I didn't know anything about this contest. It's related to a game in particular, to an event in particular. I didn't know anything about it. That sounds so nice. I love seals. So... I wanted to mix some movie poster with seals. Yeah, I love the idea of it. Why seals? Why now? Because it's summer. It's linked to a particular game, event, franchise. I don't know. It sounds lovely. It sounds lovely just because we are doing seals. So underrated animals. So lovely. I love the idea of it. Okay, let's make this. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, we are working on a cat in the meantime. A kitty cat. No, wait, I'll make this in another layer so I can do something like this and be more precise. I like to make these lines just to show they are parts behind the focus point, so it's just my style thing, basically. Okay, I'll merge it and do the same here now. No, a follower of my chat had the idea in my live 3 years ago because he present himself like a seal. Really? Oh, it's a community thing, so that's so nice. That's so nice. So that sounded nice, so here we go with seal timber. I love the idea of it because you know seals are usually related to winter. Not all of them. It's wrong actually to associate them with winter because there are also seals that are used to hot temperatures, for example. So that's lovely. That makes sense actually. Speaking by a vet technician perspective, there are a lot of seals that deal with summer vibes, etc. So it's lovely. It's lovely. It's this one. It's to show my artworks. A way to show you my style, how I draw for the majority of time, and that's it. It's like a portfolio. We can call it like that. So yeah, it's like a portfolio. Literally a portfolio. Just that. Oh really? That's wonderful. I love the idea of it. I really love it. It's lovely. Please, later I want to see it. I'm going to check the VOD, so because I'm curious now. I'm going to check the VOD because it's lovely. Check her channel first of all, guys. She's an artist too, and this kind of event is lovely, especially because they are drawing seals. So consider, speaking about Pokemon again, Speel and all kind of Pokemons like that are similar to seals. I love them for them. Dugong, Speel, and don't remember now with the others, but I love them, all of them, because I find them so cute. So yeah, I agree with it. I agree with it completely. Okay, now let me check this for a moment. This one should be more like this, okay. Okay, I forgot to make this part for the eyes, my bad. Completely forgot. Okay, line art almost done. I just need to focus now a little bit on the neck and the cheek tuft here. Last year was very strong because he had to study a lot since the DIM each day, and was an art period. Very interesting but heavy. I can imagine it. Every challenge, artistic challenge, can be heavy. I always tried, for example, to join in Inktober, but it's hard to draw daily, especially in following a particular scheme. You should do it in advance, but it's hard anyway, especially if you have to handle other stuff, other kind of works, you know. So it's normal. I completely feel you. I completely feel you. I'm the first one always trying to join in the challenge, but I can't. It's hard. It's really hard finding the time to focus on it. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, for example, what I really would love to join in and I never managed to, more than Inktober, sorry, more than Inktober is Dogust, where each day you have to draw a different breed of dogs, and that's lovely and suits my styles a lot because you know I'm used to draw animals, so it's easy for me to join in this kind of challenge. But it's something, if you have other, you know, one thing that I hate when I have to draw is feeling obliged to do that with no purpose, you know. It's not that because it's funny, but if you are obliged to do it daily instead of whenever you want, and when you have the time and the real will to do that, it's hard at that point. So I can't draw like that. So that's why I never managed to complete the challenge, never. Even if I do my best, it's really hard for me because I would feel obliged maybe I just to stay behind the time frame. I don't draw completely how I want because I'm not in the will for doing that, because I don't really want to do that right now, but I'm pressured because of the time, of the limit, so you know it's fine. I will want to just join in, and that's completely fine. Even this year I didn't manage to join in Art Fight because I didn't have the time, also because during that period I was during my holiday in Italy, so it was not easy to work for me from there. And I managed to do an attack, at least one, but I didn't manage to publish it in time. It was like 6th of August, so of course I couldn't publish it. It's an attack, but it's not an official one for the website, so it happens, it's fine anyway. Unfortunately for me, also because of holiday, it's the worst period for me to work on this kind of stuff or this kind of challenge, because you know it's easy that you go abroad, you can't take your tablets or work comfortably with it because you're not at home, you're not in your comfort zone to focus on properly, and it's normal, I guess. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Okay, I thought I forgot of August this year. Yeah, I just noticed some of the artists joining it, and they made a wonderful artwork. But yeah, I couldn't stay behind it this time. I tried last year. I already know that it was impossible for me this time. So it's a shame, but yeah, it's a shame. When I will see the Shikoku in the challenge, in the monthly challenge, I will consider probably to join in just for the Shikoku Day, because you know I'm part of it. I have a Shikoku breed, so they tend to make uncommon dog breed, and I'm pretty sure that someday it will happen to have the Shikoku there. Hello, Chris. Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful start of the week. Okay, let me... Oh, no, sorry, wrong one. Okay. Let me put the details already here. So the line art is basically done once I'll complete the last part of the neck. Okay. We are working on an icon and yapping about a lot of arguments today, a lot of topics, I should say. We jumped from video games, from Italian situation, speaking about the politics, not politics, because we didn't speak about that, the lifestyle of Italian people. We spoke about the languages, we spoke about a lot of today. I'm happy about it. I yapped a lot today, so... We spoke about Italian, a way to insult people, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, yeah. I'm happy about it. I love to yap with you, so... Okay, Ayuna, what happened? You suddenly go away? You hate us so much you don't want to stay with us anymore? She was in her kennel, and she decided randomly to go away? Okay, whatever. We stink for you. Maybe I stink a little bit, but still... I think maybe I found... oh, wait, the message was... Maybe I found a prompt that suits me. I really hope for you. You're going to work on pixel art, right? I would be really curious to see an Inktober based on pixel art, because it's not so common. Oh, I think I forgot to do a thing here. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Okay, my bad. Okay, wait a second. I forgot to do this here. My bad, it was so weird. Okay, oops. Okay. Let's see if it's readable or not. It is, but I wanted to make it more chunky because there is the fake eyebrows here. So let's pretend that there is it. Something, no, I will keep it attached because it would be weird otherwise. Okay, let's see. It should be right. All right. Yeah, the perspective is fine because the one thing you can do to check if his perspective is all right is to flip the camera. You can see mistake more easily because maybe from a particular perspective you can see them, but if you flip it, you can see if there are perspective mistake more easily. So consider to do that from time to time. It's easier to see mistakes like that. It's way easier. Yeah. It seems a stupid thing, but it helps a lot actually. So trust me, do that. Take the habit to do that. Okay, so done. Let's finish the neck so I can work on the details later. I tried to make the base color before closing the stream, so I'm ready to shade it. And I will make something similar. I will show you. Wait a second. Something similar to this one, but I don't know why it's not visible right now. But something similar to this one. Yeah, but with a different subject and with a different expression, of course. So, okay. No, sorry. Well, if you want, I will make your character here based on a really iconic expression, as you can see. So just wait for it. And we work on it this evening, so just wait for it. Yes, that's why we cheat and start before, and I put some boundaries before. Yeah, if I have to do that beforehand, I should start probably in June. Probably the problem is that the prompt doesn't come out before a certain time frame. I'm not even sure if there is the prompt of this year in October exists. Actually, you can make your own version of it. It doesn't mind, of course. But yeah, if you want to follow the original one, you can't start really that early, unfortunately, I should say. But you can make your own version of it, you know, who cares? The most important thing is that you join in the challenge, and that's it, I guess. No one followed the original prompt actually. There are a lot of different ones based on fairy, on wood, on nature, on horror stuff. There are a lot of them. Okay. I like the idea input, but also with personal main team and put an idea of sketch bad idea. The things help me a lot, and I was able to make 3 years. Yeah, I completely understand it. That's a good strategy, actually. It's not completely fair, but you know, considering you have your stuff to do, maybe you are a full-time artist, maybe you have a job, maybe you have other stuff to focus on. It's not that easy. Also because you have to oblige yourself to draw something that you are not in the will of doing that in that moment. That's the worst thing, and the destruction of creativity, in my point, because you can't work properly like that with that mindset. So I completely feel it. That's a good strategy. I agree with it. Earmoon. Hello, Pancake. Hello. No, why? What do you mean with that? Hello, Pancake. I hope you're fine. What do you mean with that exactly? It's a good thing, of course, but what do you mean? What do you mean? If that's not good, there are plenty of it in October you can check. Otherwise, you can use those words, but just lightly and make it something yours. The reason why these things worse was to be constant so you can find your way. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. You know, there are also some prompts that work weekly, not daily. They are more easy to approach to because they are weekly, so you can decide to work whenever you want on it, just in a particular day of the week instead of doing that daily. That's a big difference. It's called something like a Calm-tuber or something Cozy-tuber or something like that. There are prompts, yeah, that are weekly and not daily, and that's a big difference because there will be only 3 or 4 artworks, and that's it. It's not like the same. It's not the same, of course, but it's something to join in at least. You know, it can make sense like that. Okay. Now let's make the fur here. No, I don't like this. Okay. Now, yes. Or maybe you can just start with one draw per month, like the website of the rookies or orders. Yeah, it can be a solution. Yeah, I get the aim of being constant because that's really helpful, especially if you want to improve in something. In this case, in the inking phase of the artwork, I can get it. But it's hard. It's really, otherwise, if you don't have anything else to do during the day, and it's almost impossible for everyone, it can work. Otherwise, it's really stressful. It can be really stressful to join in this kind of activities. Really. Last year I found one that was the Vtuber, and you had to draw cozy thing. It was beautiful. Yeah, the idea was wonderful. Even simple one, you know, without making a lot of big fancy stuff. And that's thing. The problem of this kind of challenge is just you are obliged to draw when you don't really want to, just because you want to follow the limit of the time given to you to draw that particular stuff. It can be stressful. It's really useful to improve in a particular way of drawing. But yeah, the problem is that you have to have the perfect mindset to cope properly with this. Otherwise, it's only stressful. For me, for the majority, despite being an artist, it's stressful. Also because you have to daily have a deep imagination of it, you know, because it's not drawing just, I don't know, an animal, a person. You have to be creative in some way, you know. Otherwise, it's okay. It can be useful, but if you can put your best in it, it's better, of course, you know. If you're not doing that at that point, what's the purpose of doing that? So, yeah. And for me, unfortunately, it can't work, I guess, for the majority of time. I can join in only some days that I maybe like, and that's it. And that's it, basically. It's a shame, though, because I really would love to join in, even in advance, but it's really hard for me. It's really hard. You have to take advantage of your time way before the start of the challenge, probably. Way before it. Okay. Okay, I'm almost done with line art, almost, because I'm putting depth and detail with it right now. A lot of people hate the inking part. Probably that's the reason why there is the Inktober, because they love the sketchy phase more than the inking part. But for my case, I've started to learn to appreciate it after some time I was drawing, and to love it, because instead of giving efforts, too many efforts in the sketch, I don't do that during the sketch phase, I do that right after it, so with the inking phase. This is the phase where I fix mistakes, proportion mistakes, where I see mistakes more than the sketchy phase. So for me, this part is more entertaining, more interesting compared to the sketchy one, because this is the part where the artwork comes alive, probably turns alive, because I'm noticing the mistake, I'm noticing what I can improve, etc. Maybe it's thanks to this approach I have that I've started to appreciate this part, and this is my favorite, more than shading and more than coloring, because thanks to the line art, I already try to give depth to the artwork, not only with the shading, but also with the inking, with the ink, basically. So yeah, I find it relaxing for the majority of time. Maybe because I know what I'm doing, and it requires some time, of course, some experience, some practice for reaching this. But once you're confident of what you're drawing and what you're lining for, it's a really beautiful phase, in my opinion. It's really a misunderstood, in my opinion, the inking phase. Yeah, in my opinion, this one is way better than this one behind. Way better, because it's way precise. I give depth in the right part, less the details are with thinner lines, so it depends by your perspective and the way you work, of course, so it's not a rules for everyone, but for me it works like that. Okay, let's put some depths here too. Sorry, I needed to sneeze. Usually hate all the pen brushes. When I found the right one, I am more relaxed. Yeah, probably it's also a way to find your preferred way to brush, not to brush, but to use the right tool. It took me a while to find this one, because you can see based on the way I press on the tablet, it's more thick or not. And it's not only that, if I press not so much, it's also light, the opacity is not full, you see? And I love it because I can put a lot of details like that, you see? I don't mind this being not completely full with color, we can say that. I like the fact that it's kind of transparent because it's a detail, so it must not be that evident. It's just a detail. What it must be evident instead is the frame of the character. So this part, because I need to understand the shape of it immediately while I'm looking at it immediately, you know? I don't need to focus on it to understand what it is, so that's why I appreciate it, probably. For example, now I'm noticing that these parts are too thin for what I'm aiming for, so I'll make them thicker. And that's it. Even this part is not completely full with the color, but it's fine, because it's not important to be like that. Of course, this is my style. You can't agree with me, and you can have a different one, completely different from mine, of course. But yeah, this is how it works for me, for example. Okay, I will make this one thicker, for example, because I wanted to make evident that this is the bottom part of the cheek. The rest will be emphasized with shading instead. It will be more deep at some point. I think I will make this dark because I want to be clear that this is the behind part of it. Something like that. Now details time. Na, 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 na. Do, 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 do. Let's emphasize the tufts, making a fake shadow with the line art now. Okay, this is weird, so let's fix it. It will be something like this. So shine. Na, 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 na. Do, 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 do. It's time for me to have lunch. Don't worry. Thank you, thank you. I'll close soon, so it's completely fine. I can understand you have to prepare for lunch or you have to eat, so it's fine. I will go soon too. This is the time that my husband should cook today, so I hope he will do that. I asked him kindly yesterday actually, to do that for me, but I'm not sure if he will manage to do that before, at least start before I finish the stream, right? And by the way, my husband is smart. Is not smart. It's remote working too, and we can easily speak when he's not in a meeting. That's why he's so present today, I should say, and I can comment stuff with him right now. Just because of that, it's easy for us to speak in the meantime if he's not in a meeting, of course, a digital meeting call, you know. So it's kind of easy. And we don't hate it, you know, because I see a lot of couple breaking up during COVID because of this, because they were obliged to stay at home together. And because of this, they started to quarrel a lot, to not get along anymore. For us, it's the paradise, for example, because we can stay with all together for all the time we want. We stay all the day long together. We can speak about whatever it's happening. Oh, you know that at work it's this happened. Oh, you know that with my community this happened. We spoke about this, and it's nice actually. We get along really well. We have our space. We are not together 24 hours, literally, despite being in the same room for 24 hours, actually, I should say, because we can focus on our stuff. We can do different stuff. Even if we are together, we are focusing on different. I'm playing my own game. I'm drawing. He's going to play his game. He's going to play with his friends League of Legends, for example, and stuff like that. Even if we are 24 hours together, because of our way to work, and that's amazing for me, for example, we still have our time to do our stuff. We are not obliged to do everything together, and that's okay, that's fine, because we have different interests despite having a lot of them in common, like video games, for example. It's fine to not like any kind of game we play, so it's fine, or doing the same exact thing every time. If he wants to watch a movie, he can do that without me, for example, and vice versa, okay, of course. So yeah, I can't get why a lot of people needed COVID to see how toxic the relationship was. If you can't stand your partner 24 hours at home, why staying with him in the first place? Or her? It can be the contrary, of course. So I can't understand it sometimes. So yeah, there are a lot of couples like that, unfortunately. Not me, from what I noticed, the nerd part, the nerd community like us are more or less tempted to live like this and are more like me, for example. But it's a shame that for the majority of time relationships are like that. Yeah, yeah, we are married now. We are married. Unfortunately, it was not that fancy wedding that you imagine. Not because it was not good, but consider that we married because it was useful for our moving out to Denmark. Okay, he like proposed to me in last August, and in last Halloween we were married. So it was a really quick step, we can say, but it was fine because we were already speaking about marriage way time before the proposal, for example. And that's it, you know. We just say, okay, it's convenient for us to get married before moving because it's more convenient for us. We are together for years, for 7 years before we got married. So it was like, it's maybe the time for doing that. Okay, he made the proposal. It was wonderful because it was oak that takes the ring to me while we were having romantic stuff, probably riding a horse and a eagle come. It's not a eagle, it's a hawk. It's a poiana. I'm not sure how, I don't remember the word for that anymore in English, but let's call it eagle or hawk. A hawk comes, keeps screaming at my ear, actually. I have a video about that. Keeps screaming on my ear while he had that ring tied on the foot of this eagle. And I was like, what the fuck that was that? And then he proposed to me. He went off the horse and proposed to me like that. It was nice. It was really nice. It was last August. I don't remember the exact date. But yeah, after 2 months we were married. So it was kind of quick. We organized a really little thing with only our relatives, with our parents, actually, not all the family. And that was it. It was a shame because I wanted to do that with friends, but you know, we didn't say that in advance because we didn't know anything about it. It was a too short a time frame to organize something for everyone. So we say that, you know, when we'll do an anniversary, we'll take advantage of that situation to enjoy it all together instead with the real marriage, you know. So yeah. And also it was not that fucking expensive, so it's fine. It's fine, actually. And you know, I'm in that kind of person that would love to invite to the wedding or celebration like that only people who really cares about. So not all the family members, I don't care about it. I didn't even was planning if I had the possibility to make fancy stuff. I was just happy being with my family, the closest one, and my friends, the closest one. And that's it, just enjoying the moment with our friends, having dinner. I didn't expect even gifts, you know. I was just I wanted just to enjoy the moment with our closest family and friends, and that was fine. Even having a simple dinner in a cool place was enough for me. I didn't expect to do that fancy stuff that Italians are used to do, you know, also because it requires a lot of money for doing that. And of course you want at least to offer something to the friends you have, you want to invite, you know. I don't want to be repaid for that with the presents and gifts. I'm against that, actually. It's a toxic behavior to gift something really expensive or fancy just because it's a wedding. But yeah, I just wanted to enjoy the moment, and that's it. I will do that probably in a later moment when there will be an anniversary at that point. We are near our first actual anniversary. We married during Halloween, yeah. And the next Halloween will be our first year together as wife and husband. So all good. All good. It was that easy, babe. Easy peasy. We married, and that was it. It was romantic anyway. I had a blue dress, not a conventional white one, actually. And we were both in blue. That was hilarious because it was the same tonality of blue. But okay, and it was that. It was even themed for Halloween without willing it, actually. So. And we lived together before getting married, we lived together for 4 years or 3, and we were together for 7 years, so we know each other pretty well. So let me read what you're writing. No, do that, Chris. I don't mind. It's there for that. No, feel free to do whatever you want. I don't know what you're referring to, but feel free to do that, of course. This year even has moved to our first house, but we are not interested to marry. Think it's fine, you know. It's fine.
The only thing I want to see in your mouth is that water bottle. Now what did I tell you? Always be hydrating.
Thanks, Ermon, for saying that. I can actually show you, actually. I don't mind showing my face to you. Chris, thanks for the follow. Oh, it was that. Okay, thanks for the follow. One thing, though. Una cosa, perché voglio far vedere il desktop per far vedere i vestiti. È un problema se si vede la tua faccia, se no non la faccio vedere. È un problema, non vuoi che travai niente, non posso farvela vedere perché la mia faccia è... non posso... Come faccio a censurarla? Wait a second, maybe I can...
C'è qualcosa sopra.
Grazie, dico farlo adesso. I wanted to show you the dress. I don't know how, though. Wait a second. I'll try to find a way for doing that. You know, it's easier to do that probably on mobile phone. I'll share it. Yeah, I'll do that indeed. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Wait a second. And I'll show you. I share it in the chat of my... if you check my Telegram, ! command Telegram, basically. If you are from Twitch, it won't work on YouTube otherwise. Just give me a moment, I'm taking the picture. I just wanted to show you the dress, that's it. I don't mind my face, but the one of my husband, yes, of course. So, wait a second. Okay. Thanks for that, I'm cutting it, so wait for it. Okay. Also mine is cut, of course, but okay. Okay, if you check the notification of my streaming in Telegram and you check the replies, you can see the pictures there. This was our dress. Wait, I have to censor him better, though. Wait a second. Here we are. Okay, not visible anymore. Only my hair and my neck, basically. It's not a problem, my face, but it is so. Okay. Here we are. It was our dress. This was our dress. That was an idea, by the way. Okay, you already have a chance to live together. For me, it's a little hard for all the things changed since it's different from staying with parents. Yeah, it's way different. If you manage to stay together alone at home before marrying or doing anything else. It's something completely different because you have responsibilities at that point. Thanks for the follow, Shaxos, in the meantime, because you know responsibility will come at that point, not because you can't be responsible while you are with your parents, but you know there are them taking care of the house, of the food sometimes, etc. You can do that by yourself, of course, too, but if different, it's different if you have to live alone. So yeah, before doing anything else, I recommend to live together and check how to handle the daily life, the normal daily life together with the responsibilities, the stuff to do, taking care of the house. That's really different. That's really different. Living with parents together, it's not the same of living alone with your partner, and that's it. It's not the same. I can confirm you that because I have some friends doing something like that, and they think they are responsible now enough to live immediately alone together after a marriage. It's something completely different. So no, these friends are also the ones that think that the lady should do everything compared, and then the husband just need to work and that's it. No, it doesn't really work like that. Not in a healthy relationship, at least. So yeah, sorry, I started to yap about my marriage, but because the topic came, just because of that, not because I wanted to, I don't know, pump it up how it should be, because you know I'm really chill about this. So so yeah. By the way, yeah, the reason why we decided to marry in a shorter time frame was because of the moving out, because it was easier for us to move together if we were married. We would consider not the wedding financial stuff to do, for the reason I said before. I didn't expect a gift from friends in the first place, for example. It's we consider it in the romantic view, you know, a way to celebrate our love, to make it official for the others, and that's it. Not in the economic way, not the economic part of it. Okay, so that's the reason why we did it so quickly. So yeah, how can I speak like that? Zazzo, I'm speaking about the serious stuff here. Please, Fluff, come back. Okay, thank you. That was convenient to do. Thank you. Now it's back. Okay, perfect. Now it's back. Thank you so much for that. By the way, yeah, the main reason to do that so quickly in a short time frame was because of the moving out, just because of that. And we are happy like that. It's weird. Sometimes I consider weird to call him a husband and realize I'm his wife. It's weird from time to time, but we are getting used to that. Just because it's weird. We were considered just a boy and a girl together for years, and now suddenly we are a wife and a husband. So you already know that whenever you speak about serious stuff, you can't, cause I'm here, of course, not of anything bad, just for the thing of doing it. I know it right, unfortunately. I know it right. Okay, I think I'm done with the line art. I think, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, feel free to do that, of course, Scarlett. Yeah, feel free to do that. Of course, you can. Okay. Yeah, he's so biteable, so I agree with that. My boy don't think like that, but it's not familiar with it, and he just don't see things like who does this from the beginning. I can get the reason why behind it. He's not doing that probably because he's stupid or because he doesn't think about it seriously. It's just a matter of habit, as you say, basically. And it's normal, but unfortunately, by experience, it's my experience, of course, it can be different for you. I always state that, but by experience I can say it's completely different when you start to live alone together. For example, at the beginning we had to understand each other, because we didn't quarrel, because it never happened between us. We always try to communicate and understand each other's perspective, so we never quarreled seriously. But at the beginning of our stay together in the same home alone, it was we had difficulties at the beginning because I had to understand his way to see the house, my way to see the house. We had to cope in some way, find the compromises. We didn't have to change because of each other, but we had to understand each other, why he was acting like that without thinking about he's doing that because he doesn't want to, because he's a bastard or something. It's not like that. But you have to comprehend this part. You have to understand why he's acting like that, why he doesn't want to do that thing maybe right now. Because, for example, I hate disorder, but I have my own way to be clean and in order, we can say, because I can be messy in other way sometimes. So for example, and let me notice that, for example, for me it was not being messy, for him it was, for example, we just needed to understand each other with this kind of things. It did require some months, it was not immediate. After that, after understanding each other perspective and needs, because it's also that, what do you want? It's approaching me right now. What do you want to say, please? To say it in English though, not in Italian.
I just had to teach her that I'm always right.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Don't even there. Even my model collapsed because of what you say. Wait a second. Okay. No. Your dream, maybe your imaginary stuff about it. No, it's not always right, of course. No. By the way, we had our problems to fix. They were little, luckily for us. But what do you want?
It's still a work in progress.
No, that's true. It's not true. It's breaking my avatar, as you can see. Even my avatar doesn't accept this. So, no, it's not true. By the way, we had our problem. We just needed to understand each other and find the compromises, understand the needs, and that's it. It's fine. That's completely fine. So just avoid to get upset for stupid stuff. Just avoid that. Communication is the key. Communication is the key. I got married a few months ago. Congratulations for that. Congratulations. And still I can call her girl. Yeah, it happens even for me. That's almost 1 year. So I completely feel you, people. I completely feel you. Sometimes I call him my boyfriend and not my husband. Now I'm getting used to it more and more, but sometimes it happens yet. So it's normal, don't worry. After 1 year, I'm saying that after 1 year of experience in this. So it's normal, people, don't worry. Yeah. It's normal, by the way. Yeah, after long years you are together, you are used to call each other boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't care. But yeah, it's normal. It's normal, it's weird and normal. Unfortunately, I should say. Just needed to get the habit. That's it. Okay, I think it's fine. I'm satisfied with it, so we can consider to color it now. Let's make the base color. And okay, let's make the line art group. Line art. I have separated the layer of these lines because I want to see if in the end they are fine, if they cope fine with the general style of it. So we're going to discover it together, basically. Okay, let's make the base color and let's color. I really would love to color it before closing, so I just need to shade it. It will be a long process actually, but at least I can focus on that only. So let's see. And for doing that, let's do the magic trick of Procreate with this. Okay. Shouldn't be out this part, but whatever, it's just a small tuft, so okay, let's pick the base color. That can be this one. Voila. Let's color this missing part. Voila. And that's it. Now I have to be really careful of what I'm going to color, because the pattern of this cat is really particular, and I need to be careful how I position the colors here. Okay, so now here we are. I prefer to color by hand because I know a lot of person prefer to do that with the lasso tool to make it quicker, but for me the quicker way to do that is this one. So get used to that. I love to basically color traditionally, so be patient, be patient. Okay, let's make the eyes all together. So, oh, oh wait, before doing that, I miss a spot here. Let's make it a little bit upper because I will edit it at some point. Pretty sure about it. Yeah, I think we can consider to finish this commission together next time, maybe. It depends if I have the time to work on it before the next stream that will be here on Twitch and YouTube. It will be next Thursday. Instead, tomorrow I will stream, but only on TikTok using VRChat. Oh, that's a weird color. Wait a second. I didn't pick it right exactly. So tomorrow you can catch me on TikTok doing a VRChat if you want. Otherwise, you can see me here next Thursday doing art again. If I manage, I would love to play Cult of the Lamb a little bit later after it, we'll see. It depends how much time it will be required or how much time I will yap actually. So we're going to see this or discover that. We're going to discover that and we'll see. No, wrong color, my bad. Okay. I want to check if it's alright, maybe a little bit more. Okay, this is fine. Now let's make the nose in the same layer with the color. So. Yeah, I can't wait to show you and use the plugin for allowing you to join the cult with your name and nickname. That seems something nice, so I can't wait to start with it. I've had Cult of the Lamb game on Nintendo Switch, but because of that I couldn't take advantage of the plugin, and that was a real shame. Now I decided to buy it for Steam. And so now I can take advantage of it. I'm so deep focused with this game lately because, you know, I enjoyed the game even when it was released. I was really hyped for its release. I knew the developers and I was following the development of the game even way before its release. And the first trailers, I was so hyped about it. And it was indeed an amazing game. Even if at the beginning there were some important bugs, I had to soft reset the game for that. But despite that, I enjoyed it a lot. And now playing it again, despite knowing the game very well, it's not that bad. I'm enjoying it despite already playing it. I already played it some while ago, so. I love the art style of it and the idea behind it, because it's a particular roguelite with management parts where you have to take care of the cult, of the members of the cult, and you have to improve your skills, your weapons. It's interesting, a concept. And the art style is lovely. I loved it so much. So I think it's one of the best roguelike game in my opinion. A mani basse, we say in Italian. One of the best. Okay, let's see if I can color something else. Maybe this part. You want the portable side of the Z, but prefer the Steam store, consider buying a Steam. Yeah, I should consider that instead of buying the Nintendo Switch and I want a portable version of the game I already have, I should consider the Steam Deck, because sometimes the reason why I bought it for Nintendo Switch was because of the portability of it, so I could decide to play it on the computer or on the sofa or even outside. But now I'm not really tempted to buy the second version of Nintendo Switch because I'm kind of disappointed by Nintendo too lately. So a Steam Deck can be a solution. Not now, it's not the time for taking that, but I will consider it probably, because it could be convenient considering I have a lot of games that I would love to play in a portable version. On Steam, indeed. Thanks for the follow, Belukad. Sorry, I was finishing my discussion. Sorry, I was finishing my sentence. I didn't greet you immediately for that reason. But yeah, actually, that's a nice advice. Thanks for saying underlining that because I've always thought about that, but I never considered it so deeply. So thanks for suggesting me that. Really appreciated. Now wait, I have to fix this. Yeah, really appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. I should really consider it compared to the Nintendo Switch. I'm just a little bit sad about the exclusive they're going to publish there. I will be interested, but you know, there are a lot of games that now they will be also released on Steam after some time. So I just needed to wait in case. I'm not really interested in Super Mario and stuff like that. I'm more a Sony player compared to a Nintendo player. So Katska, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Sorry, I was scratching my eyes because it was itchy. And that's why the tracking was weird. By the way, yeah, I'm not. I grown up with Pokemon too, but Nintendo was not my first choice. Never. Only with few games, family games and stuff like that, like Nintendogs and stuff like that. But I'm mostly a Sony son, a Sony daughter, probably. So I'm speaking about the PlayStation, etc. I grown up thanks to PlayStation video games, actually, more than Nintendo video games. But now I'm converted to PC, actually, so I don't know if it applies anymore, but yeah, consider my childhood comes from that kind of video games. So Ratchet and Clank, Sly Raccoon, Spyro, and these kind of games. Okay, I'm thinking what else I can color. No, I think I can make another layer now. I can make another layer. Let's make the gums. Okay, I have to fix here a little bit. Instead, not just to not speak about me, how did you start to play video games? If you play them, of course. I don't know if you're just a fan or if you are a gamer. Just let me know, I'm curious. You are a Nintendo son, a Nintendo daughter, a Xbox Microsoft daughter. Just let me know. I don't want to start a console war. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff, so don't worry for that. That won't happen. I won't allow it though, so just state your preference and why. I'm bonded more with Sony games, so PlayStation game, just because I started with that, and I'm more comfortable and familiar with it, but apart from that, I don't care. I've recently started to use also Xbox Game Pass, so I know the service, because now I'm not using it anymore actually, but I know the service and that's it. Just that. Na 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 na. No, darker. Okay. Na na na. Okay, I wanted to make the tongue less, oh, wrong tool, less bright actually. So let's fix it. Something, okay, let's something like that, more evident. Alec, hello, I started with Xbox 360, sorry, I was saying it in Italian. Specifically Halo Reach. Okay, I know the game, I know the franchise. Unfortunately for me, I'm not that involved in FPS games or shooter games. Unfortunately, because I was never interested in them for reasons, but I know them because I have a lot of friends that loves this kind of game. For example, I bought a Steam Deck at launch and it was a game changer for me. Play along basically everything from the couch and at beach, wherever. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm not sure if I will bring it to the beach, not in Italy at least, because it's easy that they steal it from you there. But they do playing it on the sofa while I'm outside, maybe on holiday, and bringing it in a hotel or something like that would be amazing. And if you want to play Nintendo exclusive stuff where you can wear an eye patch, download something, yeah, indeed, that's it's not. We are not speaking about that at Twitch or YouTube. We are not. We are just supposing it's a possibility, but we are not considering that too seriously. Okay. By the way, yeah, I agree with you. Also because you know, lately, as I said, the only interest I had for Nintendo was because of Pokemon lately, and now it's full of games similar to each other, even outside the Nintendo console. So, or because also they may decided to make it for their version of the same kind of game, but with a different name. You know. So I prefer this kind of stuff to myself. I agree with you. I can consider that. Yeah, I should consider it. Instead of, if I have to decide to buy a console, the Steam Deck would be something, because you know also why. I have a really powerful computer now, and I had to buy it for not only for streaming purposes actually, but also because I needed it for working on my art stuff and with art programs. Not now, because I'm using, as you can see, Procreate, so an iPad to work on for my commission, but I needed that for Live 2D Studio when I needed to prepare Avatar, when I needed to work on Blender that I wanted to learn how to use properly, when I have to work on video editing and stuff like that, you know, for multitasking stuff, especially for VTubing stuff. So I needed a powerful asset. I made that investment 2 years ago, and it's an high-end computer what I have, so of course now I'm more tempted to buy computer games instead of console one. And I should say it's more convenient because you can play whatever you want. It just needed to be released on Steam. And if you have a console, a portable console, for which you can take advantage of the game you already have without buying them again, basically, like it happened for me for Cult of the Lamb, it's way better, because you don't have to buy a game twice, basically, just to play it in different consoles, even if it's portable, you know. I was also tempted to the Asus one, but I think the Steam Deck will be more suitable now. So I agree with you. I agree with you. I feel that I used to play competitively, but it really started to burn me out. So I have been trying to play more casually on FPS game. I feel you, because I was never interested in competitive games. Not the competitive. No, that's wrong. I'm not interested in the PvP part of the games, because it's too stressful for me. I tried it once a really long time ago with League of Legends, and it was not for me completely. It would stress out me so much. So I said, you know what? Instead of doing that, I will play it just with normal games, ARAM games, and that's how I play League of Legends right now. And I'm having a lot of fun with my friends with that mods only. And that's fine, because you know the aim of the game is that should be funny, to take advantage of your time, but being funny, you know, in the first place. If it's not worth it to play it anymore. So I feel you. If you have to get angry to play something, it's not it's toxic, you know. So I completely feel you. I prefer to say no, I will never play it in a competition mode. So no PvP for me, just PvE, PvE, it should be called like that in English, and that's it for me. But it's a matter of choice. You can have fun with the competition game, of course. Even you cannot agree with me, and it's completely fine, of course. It will be completely fine. I can understand it, you know. Okay, I'll take it as a guide to make the shape of it properly, because it was done properly before, so. Okay, this part shouldn't be colored. I have to be careful though. Okay, now that I have the line of it, maybe I should consider to hide it. Okay, if you now don't hear my husband anymore because it was called for a meeting, and now he is in another room for doing that. That's why it's so quiet right now. Okay. I want to make it a little bit more pumped up here, if I manage to. Okay. Hey, vorrei giocare League of Legends oggi? I don't know, because I have some stuff to do and I have to go to the gym once I finish the work, so I'm not sure if I will manage to. But if I can, why not? But I will probably going to play Cult of the Lamb at the point. I needed to relax with that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's bad. If you catch me online, please chat, say that, write to me on the game. Because if you want to add me, just search for Fleira on League of Legends and you'll find me immediately. I don't remember my icon, but I'm only one called like that, so it's not that difficult to find me. But yeah, if you want to play with me, guys, the best thing you can do is actually find me online in the game and immediately write me there, because I never check the friends I have online, not because I am an asshole or something like that, but because when I log in is because I have already friends who want to play it with me, so I don't have the need to check the chat. But maybe we have some spots available, or we can play all together a custom, you know. So just write to me, because I have not the habit to check the friend list. Just write to me if you want to play with me, and that's fine. And that's complete. I can say, okay, yeah, let's play together, or I can decide to play with you instead of with my friends if they are full, for example. So it's not a big deal, okay? Error sniper kill you when they say, yeah. Hello, Blue, hello. Plays Dark Souls. Another kind of game I don't really like is Dark Souls like game, because I will get frustrated to die multiple times. But for the majority, what I don't like about the Souls like game is that you can't immediately beat a boss just because you are skilled. You need to know their pattern and die multiple times to discover how to defeat it. It's almost compulsory to die multiple times to discover the moveset. You can't base yourself just on skills. You have to know what kind of skills they are going to use, and that's a thing I don't like about Souls like for the majority of time. Even if I'm interested in them and the setting of them, like Lies of P, I was really interested in it, but it's not my kind of gameplay, unfortunately. For the majority of time, I don't need to relax, because my way to relax can be weird for you. For example, for me, Cult of the Lamb, it's relaxing, despite being a roguelike game, you know? Or for me, even League of Legends can be relaxing, but for some of you, it's not. There is a different way to consider a game relaxing or not, and in my case, it's for this reason. So this kind of game doesn't relax me, basically. But for example, League of Legends, roguelike, Cult of the Lamb can do that. So I prefer to play this kind of game when I'm really tired and I don't want to think a lot about anything. Management games are the worst for me with that, for example, because I have to think properly of what I'm doing, otherwise I risk to lose foods, I risk to lose resources, stuff like that. It depends by your feeling about a particular game, I guess. Everyone is different, so that makes sense. Yeah, Cult of Potato. You know, it's called the Senbon Sakura because everything around my channel turns around the Senbon Sakura concept. So, thousands of cherry blossoms, so basically. And it's full of flowers. My cult is full of flowers, and it's a good cult because I don't want to sacrifice anyone. I just want to ascend them, and I don't want to kill anyone. I'm kind with everyone. So yeah, it's full of potatoes, actually. Yeah, I am playing League of Legends, but trust me, I'm not playing it in the way you imagine it, because I'm not that kind of toxic player. I prefer to play normal game for this reason, or Aram, because I just want to have fun. I don't want to stress myself out because of a game that should be a game and not that competitive as a lot of us consider, even in a normal game. But yeah, I am a League of Legends player. I never stream that because I can't focus properly on League of Legends if I'm streaming it, and I wanted to play at least a little bit decent, you know. But yeah, I'm a League of Legends player since 2013. Exactly. I'm playing it for a really long time. If I play the ranked, I never do that because it's not something I like to do. It stresses me out instead, as I was saying before. But if I was in a rank, I would probably be in the gold or the thing right above it. I don't even remember which one it was. So just to show, but I would probably be something like that, probably. Gold or the one above. That's it, basically. Okay, I'm checking if it's all right. Yes, it is actually. Maybe I should consider it more. No, oh, wrong color. I am in the right layer. Yes, okay. Something like that, yes. If you want a MOBA fun fast, you can try Heroes of the Storm. I heard about it. I think I never tried it though. The MOBA that Blizzard made and let it die horribly. It's still alive, indeed. I know that something bad happened to that game. Okay, it has a lot of play, so it's still alive. Okay, I should consider to give it a try, so I should consider it. Okay, let me check before moving forward. Okay, let's make this like this, since this is the part for this. Let me check. Okay, I made it something like that, so wait. Focus moment. Give me a moment. We'll do something like that. No, too big. Okay. Don't know if I should color it. Yes, in different way, because it's another part. Okay. Oh, wrong layer, my bad. Okay. Terraria, no. I know the game pretty well because there was one of my follower and friend that played it a lot, but I was never tempted to play that game. Platform games like they must be really good to involve me, to be interesting for me. For example, Ori was really interesting. Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm speaking about that. Unfortunately for you, a lot of you, I'm not interested on Silk Song because I played Hollow Knight, but I find the farming part really boring at sometimes, and I dropped it. I know the story of it because I was curious about it and I informed myself about it. But I'm not interested in its gameplay, in it as a game. I'm interested in for the story, and that's it. A platform like a game should be really interesting for me if I have to decide to play it, unfortunately, I should say. Unfortunately, I'm really picky with games, unfortunately, and I know I can be really too much picky sometimes. I know, you're right, you're right. Now wait a second, I think I'll make another layer for this. I wanted to avoid it, but no, not convenient. So let's do this. Okay, let's see the... okay, make it half orange, half not. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. This is from The Lady and the Tramp, I guess. It's kind of weird, though. It's a kind of weird vibe, I should say. Okay, now let's make the chin at this point with the same orange here. Okay. Yeah, I know. A lot of people spoke me well about the Terraria, actually. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not really interested in it for now, though. Sorry. Sorry, I'm a disappointment. I know. No, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I'm not really interested in phone, but because the reason is because I considered the gameplay boring, but not because of the combat, not because of the fights, etc. Because of the farming you are obliged to do at some point, especially at the beginning. I was like, really, I have to find all these monies just to unlock this feature. Oh, I was like, no, it's important. Especially if you don't know what you have to do and you spend money like no sense at the beginning, you have to farm a lot. I did that mistake, but because of course I didn't know it, you know. So I was like, it was something really bad for me. So I'm interested in the game, but the story, not the gameplay of it. I will check it probably, you know. I will be with the follower at that point, the viewer. I will watch someone playing it and I will be fine with it probably. That's it. That's it. I do act the same way, for example, with graphic novel. I act in the same way with graphic novels. For example, I never played a Life is Strange game, but I watched a video about it because the story is really interesting. But I'm not that kind of gamer that loves to stay there and just read the text. It's like a movie for me, you know, so I prefer to watch it from a TV for someone else playing it with or without commentary. I don't care. I would love to play it how it should be, so without making choices, even if it's the purpose of these kind of games. And I'm happy with that, basically. I'm happy with that. It's a matter of tastes and choices, I suppose. Don't be angry towards me, please. I'm not saying bullshit, please. That's just my point of view. Okay. Now, let's do the yellow part. And actually I need to focus the stuff here on this cheek later. This part, yeah, half orange as I imagined, okay. Stitch moment, I can hear it. Okay, now. Okay, let's make it like this. Now, do the same with this one. If I manage to pick the color, okay. I didn't color it properly here, wait. Okay, now it is. I don't. Okay. Now I miss the same thing here, of course, I forgot it. No, I thought I deleted the wrong part. Let me check for a moment and that's it. True Bestie, I generally play Dark Souls, specifically Dark Souls 2 Scholar for the first scene to cope with the hard condition I was under in real life. Oh, really? I'm almost done with Hollow Knight and absolutely I have no clue what the story is about. Oh, really? It is about bugs or something? Yes. It's really peculiar for what I say, actually. I don't know how you discover everything, but it is like that. Hello, Goober. Hello. The story of I'm not really sure of knowing anything about Dark Souls. Unfortunately, my husband played it and loved it, for example. But I don't know a lot about it. But also because dark settings is not really that tempting for me. I prefer not cozy stuff because it's not like that. I also like action, fighting stuff, even monsters that are really, let's say, male inclined, but it's not correct to state them like that because there are no monsters for females or males, you know, but it's just to categorize them more clearly. It's not that I like more fancy, cozy stuff, but dark setting is not a thing for me. It must be dark, cute, or something like that. If I want, I should be interested in it, for example. So yeah, that's also the reason why I was not interested in Dark Souls. Instead, I was really interested in the setting of Nioh, for example. Basically, it was though really interesting in Nioh, but unfortunately that's not my kind of game. And even if I bought it, I never managed to complete it because I don't like a Souls-like game for the majority. They are too frustrating for me, but I really liked the environment. Not because it's still dark, if you know the game, but it was related to yokai, so the Japan culture. That's why it was so tempting for me. It doesn't matter the style for the majority of time, depends everything by the setting. Just that, probably, for me. If the setting is interesting for me, I don't care the style of it. I can play it anyway. I also, Fleira, I'm very new to the fandom, so I'm still learning about it. Unfortunately, I'm very shy around others. So don't worry, feel free. You are in a safe area here, so don't worry. Feel free to ask whatever. You don't need to be a master of everything just to join in a fandom, so don't worry for that. Ask whatever. Here, for sure, don't be afraid to ask anything, so don't worry. Who helped you with getting over your shyness when you started back then? But you speak about streaming, or you're speaking about the fandom, I guess, right? Because I say that I was not really curious about the people because they were weird. There was a lot of drama, especially in the Italian fandom. You're referring to that, right? Just asking if I'm getting it well. Sorry. Hello again, Geekly. Thanks for the boop. And wait a second, I'm going to check one thing for a moment. Okay. And probably streaming helped me a lot because, I spoke about this even some time ago, but it was not referring to the furry fandom. Let's say that for the majority of time, even if it's weird to say that I say something like this, in real life, I'm not that talkative, but not because I don't have anything to say interesting, but because I'm not sure if people want to listen to me, if they are really interested in my person. So instead of speaking no sense for them or wasting my time trying to explain something they are not really caring about or they are not listening for real, I prefer to stay silent and listen instead of speaking. With streaming, this doesn't happen, for example, because if you're watching me, I'm sure you're interested in what I'm about to say, because you're here. If you don't want to listen to me, you just go away. You are not obliged to listen to me if you don't want to, right? So doing this helped me a lot, and not because I am not extrovert. I am, actually, as you can see. I just need to find the right setting for doing that. Probably this comes from the fact that I don't trust people that easily, but if I am in a space or in a place where I know that people they care about my opinion, it's different, and that helps me a lot, actually. It happens also because maybe being an artist helped me with that, because since they were interested in my art, they were interested in the first place in my person, to discover something more that was behind the artwork, know how I was, what was my opinion about something, how I reason about a particular topic, if I am intelligent in some way for them, they want to discover something more about me. So in that case also it was easy for me to communicate with others because they were interested. I think the hardest thing to do in this kind of fandom is to find someone who actually want to chat with you, but not to just speak about their own business, but to listen to each other and speak both of you, not only one of you, and the other must be happy to listen to you and to give you opinions about what you're saying, not just listen and say, haha, okay, whatever, I want to speak now. So, Pirate Software, what do you mean with that? What do you mean? I don't get what you're referring to, sorry. And that's it, I guess. You just need, maybe the best thing you can do to get involved in the furry fandom is to join in topics you're confident to. And something like you see a topic maybe on Reddit, on Facebook, I don't know what kind of social media you are going to use. But for example, you see a post from the furry fandom you like, an artwork or whatever, a content from a fursuiter, from a VTuber like me, etc. Just comment there, state your opinion about it. The more you do that, the more people will be curious about you, because they will see you are popping around every time and they say, okay, this seems nice, guys. I agree with him. It can be useful. This is what was useful for me, for example. Reddit, I don't really use it actually, but I know that it's a source for a lot of you, for example, that it can be really useful instead for a lot of you. Also, if you need to find information, for example, about a particular topic, so maybe it can be useful, I don't know. I would recommend to join in VR chat also, if you have the possibility to, but no, you don't need an headset for doing that, trust me. You just need to be there even in desktop mode with an avatar you like, or your customized one, if you want to commission someone to customize your avatar. Just be there, speak, because in war chat it's easy to find people who just want to speak but also know other people, to make friends. It's easy there, it's really easy. And yesterday I met new people thanks to one of my followers. I joined in his room, he was with other not streamers, sorry, he was with other furry people, simply like that. And I enjoyed my time there because they were really nice. So I was like, okay, I should join in this kind of room of international speaker people more, because they are nice. I had a nice time with them, so why avoiding that? And you don't, it's not required to have a VR headset to join in. That's VR chat can be a really useful place to meet people from all around the world and to discuss about them. Artists like me, or even simply enjoyer of the community, normal furry people, you know. I think that can be a solution if you want to get involved more in the fandom and discover something more about them. Let's say that the furry fandom, luckily for us, it's really wide. You can be on VR chat, you can have a VTuber, you can have an avatar, 3D avatar, you can be a PNG, you can express yourself through art, through games, through whatever you want, because it's a fandom based on art, literally. And it's really easy to be everywhere for us, basically. So, yeah, just choose your platform, the platform where you think it's worth to spend your time and share your opinions. And that's it, I guess. Even joining, for example, like you're doing right now, even joining in VTubers or furry content creator can be useful, because maybe thanks to their community you'll meet some friends. There are some people that meet each other in real life because they met them thanks to my live stream. It happens. I met some of you, for example, in real life, and thanks to streaming I managed to make friends, you know, new friends, unexpected new friends, I should say, because I'm not searching for them, they just happens. So yeah, I think it depends on what you want exactly, but also joining the furry community of a particular streamer, enjoying the community, chat with the others of the community can be helpful, like you're doing right now, basically. It can be helpful. It depends by what you want to achieve, your time, and what you really would love to do. That's it, basically. Okay, wait a second, I'll focus for a moment here, because I needed to add a little details here. No, not this part. I forgot the stripes. Now that I'm noticing that. I forgot the stripe. So let's do them. And I'm checking if I miss something else, actually. But I don't see anything else. So let's make the stripes. They should be... Okay. Give me a moment and I'll see what you're writing. Okay. Okay. Not sure about... No, it's not jointed. Okay. Oh, what happened? Na, 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 na. Instead, speaking, now that I'm listening to this song, to this music, it's related to Pirate of Caribbean or something like that. I'm really interested in pirate games, despite me being really girly. I'm really interested in pirate. I love their setting, for example. I love a pirate game. I can't wait for a new MMO based on pirates that are going to be released. I was so disappointed with Skull and Bones, for example. I expected something completely different from it. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's not visible, but I wanted to make it a little bit. Okay. I think it's fine now. I don't miss anything. Let me check, but everything seems alright. Yeah. Okay, I think the color is done. So it should be something like this in the end. I need to shade it, of course. Okay, let me see. I've finished for today. I will continue it next time. Like, consider to shade it with you. Let's see if I will manage to make it in advance, in case. Okay. It sounds like a best case scenario. I hear the fandom hates itself more than outside haters. Really? It didn't happen to... It depends by the people you decide you want to meet. And to attend, actually, I think. If you don't like what you're seeing, just avoid them, I should recommend. Are you sure you are not introverted? I ask why I still have to deepen it again, but I have found that we confuse shyness with introversion. I can't say much, I can't say much without making any mistake, confusing thing, but introverts can talk a lot and open up a lot with the right people. Yeah, I feel probably I am introvert. But you know, since I'm speaking to unknown people for the majority of time to you, because I know some of you, I can recognize you because you pass from time to time, of course, but I don't really know you for the majority of time. So I'm speaking about my personal stuff with strangers, basically. That can be a thing because here I'm comfortable. I know I can speak about everything I want because it's my space. I'm sure people will going to listen to me. But yeah, you're probably right. Maybe it's weird to see this concept online, especially for a streamer. I say it more for those who read. Yeah, I agree with what you say, by the way, especially the last phrase. There are no introvert or extrovert people, just people who prefer to share their business with particular kind of people, with particular kind of person. 3 years ago, but life happened and that job had to move out and so on. Maybe now it's time to start again. Advice, did not change it to Davide, don't worry. But I was confused. Wait for them for advice. I was a lurker of the community like 3 years ago, but life happened at that job and had to move out and so on. Maybe now it's time to start again. Well, you are not obliged to be involved in the fandom. You can just look from far away, and that's fine anyway. If you are happy with it, you are not obliged to interact with someone if you don't want to. But since online world is a public world, basically, you are free to even to be a spectator of it. It's fine. Upper dark brown layer on the head, the cat looks if they are baldy. No, they are not. It's not bald. It's not bald. I can change the design of the character by my choice, you know? It's not bald. No. Following a stream from the phone autocad is messy. Don't worry, I completely feel you because it happens with me every time. And you know, I have an iPhone and I have to switch the keyboard language every time I change it. So when I forgot to do that, I'm writing in Italian. You can't imagine how bad I write. That's the reason why I make a lot of mistakes for the majority of time. You're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, I agree with what Gabbiano said. Maybe I'm an introvert person who decided to open up with particular people only. In stream, it's easier to do that because of the reason I said before. But for example, if we met on VRChat, it's not that obvious that I will speak all the time like I'm doing right now, because I want to listen to you, I want to discover something more, I want to discover if I can speak about my stuff without being judged and knowing that I will be listened at that moment, you know. I will start to analyze you probably. If we ever met in real life, in war chat, wherever, I will start probably to analyze the situation and see if I can speak or if I should be a listener at that moment, if we can discuss about a topic easily or if I must be careful of what I'm saying. I guess I'm acting like that because of experience I had in the past, probably during my childhood. I can't state you which one was impacting for me or not, but I had a lot of disappointment by people, that's for sure. So now I'm careful to which I should be talkative and to who I should be not. And I'm more selective, just that. And I'm not in that need and urgency and emergency to find friends, you know. I have already my boyfriend, indeed, what I was saying before. I have already my husband, that is my best friend. I have the friends I can trust since 4 years. So I'm not missing it, luckily. So I can decide if I want to open up or not. Basically, that's how it works for me. It can be the same for you. You can be more extrovert, you can be more talkative even with someone you don't know, and it's fine, of course. It depends by your character, literally, not your character speaking about your persona, speaking about you, your real you. Okay, just that. Okay, by the way, I think we are done for today. So we're going to see, it's almost 2 p.m. Oh my, I was so focused and was so relaxed today. I didn't consider the passing time. Consider I was supposed to close the 1 hour ago. So, okay, whatever, never mind. It's fine, actually. I don't have to do much. I'm going actually to work on this your character here later. So I can do it smoothly because I want to make your character here out of it. And I needed to, it's basically done. I just needed to, you know, complete it and make my persona on it probably, and fix the nose position because I'm not really satisfied of it. And that's it. Let's see how I can rate it. Let's move to the just chatting scene in the meantime. Okay, and let's see. I will raid someone, guys, from Twitch. Of course, on YouTube it doesn't work, but so the stream will just going to end for you. But let me check who we can raid at this point. Let me close the tablet at this point. Okay, so I can organize my desk again. Wait a second for it. Sorry for lagging a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Oh my, I'm so messed right now. Wait a second. Okay, oops. I guess it's not so convenient to wait. Okay. Now I'm well posed. Let's see. We can. Okay, I have a crocodile. I want you to know. She's doing voice chat right now. I really enjoy her stream and her avatar. I love her design. I can take you to her. Actually, it's called Ziren song. I'm not sure if he's a singer or not. So we're going to discover it with the passing time. Okay, let's raid the crocodile at this point. Let's raid the she-crocodile. Okay. Let me write the message for the Twitch side. If you wanted to join in the raid and share our love to this lovely crocodile, guys, consider to copy paste one of the messages that are appearing in the chat right now. And use the one with the yellow dog if you are not one of my subscribers, otherwise it won't work. And yeah, let's really give her some love. She's a lovely crocodile doing some word chat live stream right now with another fox for what I'm seeing right now. Thanks for the company, guys. Thanks for the deep talk. It was lovely today, speaking about this kind of multiple stuff, actually. Speaking about all these topics during my art stream. This is why I love art stream so much. Thanks for the company. See you tomorrow if you manage to catch me on TikTok, otherwise on Thursday, okay? With another art stream. We're going to continue this icon, okay? Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for the company and see you tomorrow in case. Bye-bye.